Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today we are back in Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we had just leveled up, so we need to go through those level ups and then find out why one of the aliens on my ship went psycho and started killing everybody, and possibly put him down. We'll see. So, starting off, we've got a level up for our Arbites here. What do we got? Consolidation, dash to the familiar, blah 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 blah. Nope, don't need that. Growl, let's let terrifying growl for one turn. All enemies in 2-cell radius do less damage. Don't really need that. Run, allows enemies through enemies while moving inflicts bleeding. While moving past enemies, it inflicts bleeding. I wonder what the range on this is. Is it like within one tile of it? I don't know if I'll use that or not. I'll grab that. And can't put any more points in toughness. I think we go strength after this. Or maybe agility. Do strength, I guess. Okay, that one's done. Alright, Jay. What does she got? Consolidation, dash to your thing, priority signal. At the start of each turn, each enemy in a 4-cell radius around the servo skulls makes a willpower test. Each enemy that fails this become priority target. While it lasts, the servo skulls armor dodge are increased for each enemy in the area. Provocation signal. Makes one if your attack is close to me. Okay. Provocation. I usually use Medicaid, but we can do provocation. Let's see, ballistic. I'll do ballistic. Okay, that's 2 down. And Heinrichs, the Psyker. What do you have? Oh, this is one of his good level ups. He has a lot of options here. Precognition. Once per round, the Psyker's next turn is moved up by 2 turns in the round initiative sequence. This ability may allow the Psyker to have 2 turns during 1 round. Perfect timing. All allies currently affected by any Psyker powers gain perfect timing. When an ally under perfect timing dodges or parries, if this ally has a weapon capable of reaching the attacker and has an attack that costs 1 or less AP, that ally immediately counterattacks with a weapon and the perfect timing effect fades. That's kind of neat. Because after I buff up, I could do this on the whole party, like every time. Foreboding, let's see. Enfeeble. Enfeeble lasts the whole fight. That could be powerful. Huh. Ha 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 ha. Purge Soul. Eye of the Emperor.
Muck, even though I
Yes.
can't stand that you're playing a strategy game for both your morning and evening streams, I like you. So here's my monthly offering of a Prime sub to you and your family. Keep up the good work.
K-Max, thank you for the sub. We finished the evening one, or I at least need a break from it. I got to a point last night where I realized I needed to replay like 4 hours worth of gameplay and change the game plan to beat the level I was on, and I was like, I can't do this right now. So I'll be trying something new this evening. Hi. What is it? Chip just came in and mewed at me. Taking breaks sometimes is a good idea. Yeah. I really enjoy the game we've been playing in the evening. Diplomacy is not an option. But it's like, for example, the level I'm on, I spent 4 hours on it, and now it's basically like, oh, I need to restart it and rush that one enemy building and take it down if I want to beat it. Hi. Well, this is a surprise. What's up? We have a visitor chat. A very cute one. It's purring right behind my ear. I'm gonna pull my other chair over so if he wants, he can jump in it. He sometimes likes to do that. Chip is jealous of your shoulder plushie. The shoulder plushie's not on my shoulder right now. But anyway, yeah. So the level I was on last night, I need to basically restart it and replay quite a few hours of stuff, and then from there just do it a little bit differently in order to beat it. And I was like, oh my god, I can't do that right now. Let's see. Confident approach. Devastating attack. I say penalty. Reckless push. Devastating attack, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to use it much, but we'll get that. Alright, weapon skill, toughness, strength. Mostly using gun on him. Toughness. Okay. Cabela. Let's see, terrifying strike. Merciless verdict. Gift of torment. Terrifying strike, I guess. Don't know how often I'm going to use that, but weapon skill. And lastly, Cassia. All right, what do we got? Fire beam in a line. Target gets a chance on next attack. Scourge the red tide. Mend reality. Let's get mend reality. And willpower. Okay. Level up's complete. Pressing quick save.
One step at a time.
Pay attention.
And we got a bomb here. Disarm that.
I do what I must.
Another Daemonette. I have come because the prince wills it. The souls of all his progenitors belong to him alone. None will escape his embrace. Okay, so Daemonettes are demons of Slanesh. Slanesh is the god that all the Eldari and Drukhari fear. Our companion that's going insane right now is Drukhari. Maybe Slanesh got into his head?
Of a world. I am the rogue thread.
Marazai jerks his head up when you appear. His already gaunt face is tightly wrapped in pale gray, parchment-like skin. His teeth are bared feverishly, and his dark eyes have turned into two pitch-black mirrors that could show your reflection clearly if you were to gaze into them. He opens his mouth, but instead of words, an unnatural, rasping hiss comes out. If this creature ever possessed intelligence, there is no sign of it left. Artisan of Pain. At last. The resonant voice that has followed you on your journey through the deck sounds like it's coming from every direction, chilling you to the bone. At last we meet, my poor child. Look at him, mortal. Look at how he yearns to return to the one whose caress his kind rejects so stubbornly. Come, child, follow my voice, and my prince will grant you all the bliss and torment in the universe. This ends now. Heinrich draws his weapon, and the air around him grows colder. We are putting the rabid beast down for good. The warp spawn laughs musically. Sooner or later, all of his kind will step into my embrace. The prince is patient. The prince knows that every Eldari soul is already his. The Daemonette's voice suddenly forces itself into your mind. But if you let me get close to the lost child, if you lull him into letting his guard down, my prince will reward you, Mukluk. The soul of this pathetic Xenos is a small price to pay for the blessings that come with my master's favor. Well, we were talking about getting rid of him anyway earlier. Attack Marazai. I will not show leniency to the one who butchered my people. Kill the demons. 2 more Daemonettes spawned.
Oh, what an amusing attempt at defiance.
I will revel in your suffering.
Alright, let's see. Oh, I just realized there's like 3 enemies behind me? What the hell? Okay, so there's some people behind me. I guess they, okay. I guess Slanesh like mind controlled these 4, and then these are just demons over here, and then Marazai's gone crazy. Alright, first off, frontline. Stronghold stratagem. Buff everyone in that square. Bring it down on Heinrichs. Regen on the party. Or warning on the party. Alright, so I used Point of Curiosity to try to pull all those people a little bit in that direction.
Accept it. Embrace it. Vile delight beckon you.
Okay. Jay's turn. First mover here. So she's got an enemy right, 2 enemies in her face.
I can do that with the right incentive. As the tenets demand. Trust me. The shadows will see it done. Trust me. I shall not fail. As honor fought by the well.
Oh, she clipped Ulfar with that, but she did a lot of damage to Marazai. Alright, Muck's turn. He can taunt those 5 onto him.
Genius.
I am unsatisfied.
Protect.
What if?
Okay. Let's see. Hit chance is very low with this. Alright, put him dog on standby. Shield bash. Dodge. Alright, Jay's turn. Medicae signal from the servo skulls. Alright, she takes that one out. Oh, she can still do a melee attack? Oh, well, okay, she can't move right now. So I guess I could have done a melee attack before moving her. Okay. Alright, and Jay's turn.
Exist only to be broken. Embrace excess.
Couple of them swung at Ulfar. Alright, Muck's turn again. Alright, I think he's at this point taunted everything on the battlefield. So if it can reach him, it will.
Let's see.
Nice. But swung at 4 of them.
What if?
Minds exist only to be broken.
Alright, Heinrich's turn. First off, this guy that's right next to him is going to make casting spells a pain, so let's do this to get rid of... Oh, I thought that would kill him. Okay, well, I guess we just hope for the best. Alright, warp speed buff. We already did forewarning. Pre-science.
Lord Captain. Naturally.
Iron arm.
Let's see to it.
Resolve. Alright, perfect timing. So all allies affected by a Psyker power, which is everyone, will strike back if they dodge or parry an attack.
To it. But of course, Lord Captain.
Skitya! My Karamite hide is strong!
Wait, did just skip Kibbala's turn? What happened? Alright. Kick her away.
The fame-hungry come! By claw and fan, the foe will be torn asunder! So it shall
Alright, rapid
be.
fire.
Is thunder! My strike is ruin!
Okay.
Wolves rage.
Run and gun.
I will carve runes out of your bow!
Wildfire.
Disgrace!
To the brink of agony.
Okay, Cass's turn.
Me?
Points of curiosity. Try to pull a bunch of them there. And then open her eye at them.
Be careful not to cross my blade.
I like that move where she pulls a bunch of enemies toward one location. First time in this playthrough trying it.
I'm not accustomed
Curse on
to
her
being
so it starts
ordered
moving around. Give Heinrich's a turn and zap with the bird.
For the
Hold on to my rage.
I feel like Kibbala's turn earlier got skipped. I'm not really sure why. She wasn't knocked down or anything. Unless she had some other form of CC on herself.
Don't.
Okay, what is with the deal with this guy? I swear we've killed him. More than killed him. Like, look at his health. What's going on?
Another
I will
fire.
drag you into oblivion with me.
Brink of agony. If I may, to sensation.
Try harder? I'm... I am.
Trust me. The shadows will see it done. Trust me.
Look at that! I just did for like 1,000,000 damage. He's like, ah, it's fine.
Let the blood of the wicked be shed as thou hast willed. My blade whispers.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with this guy. He's got 72 bleedings on him. 84.
Let your
hold on to
soul
my
be
rage.
purged.
A genius at work. Schemes within schemes.
Alright, well, we're gonna kill this demon lady in a second, and then we'll see if that solves the problem. Marizai and this deck enforcer are both just, like, not going down.
Thought. Let's see.
Your turn. I won't object to it. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
I shall not fail. Trust me. As the tenor.
Okay, kill the demons, decide Marazai's fate. Marazai staggers to his feet, bleeding from many wounds. There's awareness in his eyes and fear. They're dead. Gone. Vanished. But I can still hear their whispers. How do Munkei bear them for days and days on end? You hear genuine confusion in his voice. Heinrichs is looking at you intently. You realize that the cold sensation still remains. The interrogator is ready to strike, waiting for you to say the word. Dogmatic. Let Heinrichs dispose of Marazai. Esteemed interrogator, I invite you to do your duty as a servant of the Holy Inquisition. Gladly, Lord Captain. Dogmatic plus 10. He's just like... May I? Decide Marazai's fate. Why does it say quest failed? I decided his fate.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Knuckle Guard. This Knuckle Guard grants the wearer +5 to weapon skill. It also grants any equipped melee weapons 5% armor pen and 2 damage. Ooh. Maybe on Kibble? Sinew Weave Ring. 5% crit chance, +5 weapon skill, but reduces parry. Cape of Righteous Fury. For every kill, the wearer increases critical hit chance by 5% until the end of combat. Plus Medicaid. What's his cape? Wait, can he even equip this? Oh, he can't even equip that. Okay. It's too small for him. He's a big Astartes boy. He can't wear that.
There will be no peace in
Heinrich's
my
Romance
way.
+50. Seeing as how I usually go for the ladies, I don't even know if you can romance Heinrichs or not. The wearer gained an additional stratagem ability. All allies in the combat area instantly reload their weapons after each attack made by them until the start of the wearer's next turn. I could put that on cast. I don't think I need it, though. So the fact that it's a quest failed after decide his fate, I guess he had more to his quest line.
Curiosity
Whatever.
in my veins.
He was very unlikable. If I were going to do like a heretic run, maybe I'll keep him around. I was thinking that his quest line was simply the whole, you know, the whole Komarog thing, or Komaro thing. I thought that was his quest line. But I guess there was more to it. Good afternoon, Mug People stream. What's up, Smashy? Alright. Back to the map. Come on. Komarog. Dude, I don't know how to say it. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Here's the word. Komarog. This is what I am trying to say, Law Fairy, you degenerate. Not the thing you typed. Okay. We need to go there. Danrock, your lordship. Judging from his tone, Danrock is practically bursting with hidden enthusiasm. I humbly apologize for distracting you from matters of the Protectorate, but I simply must beg for a moment of your time. After all, this concerns the illustrious Mistress Cabela. Doubtless it has not escaped your powers of insight that she has been, rather not herself lately. Truly, Mistress Cabela's soul is a tenebrous place, but even I noticed a change in her bearing. When I finally had a spare moment to think on what could be done to address this, it dawned on me, another social occasion. I dare say the first one went rather well, did it not? No, it did not. Last one, dude, the last one, there was even a moment during it where I was like, I guess this was a mistake, and Dan Rock hung his head and he was really sad about it. So it's really odd that he's coming up with this. Well then, let us enjoy one more moment of leisure. Marvelous! I already have some ideas in mind. This time, a more private engagement on Dargonis with a view from the spire. I shall begin the preparations as soon as we arrive on the capital world. When you're ready, find me at the palace, and this most pleasant evening can commence. Acolytes of the cult Mechanicus have reported a disturbing incident. All Vox systems... Oh, okay, we've seen this one before, so we'll just click that. Lord Captain, urgent message. Our enforcers have arrested a dangerous saboteur who attempted to gain entry onto the bridge. This incident may be worthy of your attention. You see, both the saboteur and the circumstances of his capture are rather strange. You cannot tell if Vigdis sounds baffled or worried. I think it would be reasonable for Magos Pascal to take a look at him as well. What is so unusual about the saboteur and the way he was captured? The thing is, Lord Captain, the saboteur is most definitely a tech priest. He found his way aboard the ship and penetrated all our security systems with staggering ease. Both his ability to communicate with machine spirits and the combat potential of his augmentations are extraordinary. Nevertheless, the enforcers managed to catch him. During the arrest, the intruder, he offered no resistance at all. Instead, he asked for an audience with the great machine spirit. When he realized that the enforcers had no idea what he was talking about, he asked to meet with you. I considered it necessary to apprise you of the situation. The infiltration of a rogue trader's ship operated by authorized engine seers casts doubt on my tech comrade's ability. If he is indeed my tech comrade, that is. Regardless, I request permission to communicate with the captive. Very well, I will speak to him. Understood, Lord Captain. The saboteur will be brought to you. Plus chip redeem. Sure. There you go. The group of servitors, whose movements are suspiciously well synchronized, stares at the towering prisoner. You do not need to hear them speak to recognize Nomos, who has seen fit to attend the interrogation. The captured man, if he can be called that, looks positively gigantic next to the enforcers at his side. Deadly-looking metal gleams dimly beneath the faded crimson robes. His hands are folded obediently, and his mechadendrites are perfectly still. I greet the master of this vessel cathedral and offer my humble apologies for this unbidden intrusion. My apologies to you as well, brother. The interloper inclines his head in the direction of the frowning Pascal. Then the prisoner turns slightly and looks straight at Nomos' observing servitors. And of course, I must beg forgiveness from you, Great Spirit. It was not my intent to desecrate your temple. I honor the fraternity of the Omnissiah's servants. It pains me to see you trespassing on board like a thief instead of arriving as a guest. The giant's shoulders shift slightly. For that, I apologize as well. I did not expect to find understanding amid the suffocating ignorance that abounds within the laity, and even many of my brethren. For this reason, I chose to carry out my mission in secret and without seeking your permission. My name, if it matters, is Asclepius, formerly a Computator General of the Cognizance Fleet, now a liber recluse with the state of Malatek. Malatecs are exiles whose ideas have not crossed the line of heresy, yet have come close to it. They are removed from the fleet structure to give them a chance to see the folly of their ways and prevent sedition from spreading. Pascal's voice sounds unusually alarmed. All of that is trivial. My past is nothing but a set of archived data. My lost status is a replacement string in the long chronicle of the Cognizance Fleet. I come not as the priesthood's messenger, but as a faithful disciple of the most holy Amarnat. My brother once served as the engineer prime on this ship. Asclepius gestures around him reverently. He was an adherent of the school of discontinuing the cycle, as am I. It has spread that far. It is difficult to discern Pascal's emotions from his tone. I know that my brother perished, but before he did, he sent me a message that told of a journey embarked upon by Theodora von Valancius. A journey through a dimensional gate, an artifact more ancient than humanity itself, and toward worlds unknown. The blessed Amarnat was with her. There, upon those dark worlds, he witnessed a great miracle, the birth of a machine spirit of incalculable might. My brother believed that this spirit then fell aslumber within this ship like a child in a cradle, not responding to lowly pleas. That was the purpose of my pilgrimage, to reach the ship where my brother died, the ship upon whose deck the blessed Amarnat had walked, and prostrate myself before the Great Spirit. Amarnat traveled on this ship? Yes, he did. My brother's words on this were clear. Years ago, Amarnat was part of Rogue Trader Theodore's inner circle before their ways parted. Tell me about Theodore's journey. My knowledge of it is scarce. My brother suspected that this memory, along with the memory of all who might have known the details, have been purposefully modified. He saw it as a sign that the journey had revealed a great truth and that there were those who did not wish to see that truth brought to light. All that he conveyed to me was that Theodora had reached worlds unlike any the people of the Coronis Expanse had ever seen. There she unearthed a great treasure of technology, one that Amarnat had the privilege of experiencing. What do you know about this great spirit? It is a great miracle, the Omnissiah's breath meant to help us discontinue the cycle. It was born of the treasure that Amarnat and Theodora discovered upon the Dark Worlds. Yet even a being so glorious needs attendants and guides, and as long as the Cognizance fleet is racked by schism, and my brothers and sisters suffer defeats without end, there is no one to aid the spirit. That is why I came here. Does the name Nomos mean anything to you? Nothing. He has not yet come to know us yet. He will if you let him, Mukluk. We know. We sense that his words are about us, that the story he has told is our story. You are strong, yet you let yourself be caught. I took a vow that I would never inflict physical harm on lay people. The Omnissiah grants us the power of the true flesh for a purpose other than damaging the frail and blind creatures that are all who have not yet tasted his knowledge. I have made my decision regarding your fate. Whatever it is, I will accept it. As will I, and yet I plead that my brother be shown leniency. His story initializes thought. We ask you to keep him for us. Nomos servitors speak up suddenly in the faintest of whispers. Okay, so dogmatic is basically saying, I'm not forgiving you, you have to serve me because of your crimes. Iconoclast is I forgive you. Heretical is you're my slave. So 1, 2, and 3 are all you work for me, but different flavors. And 4 is you're dead. Dogmatic. Lawful stupid. I find you guilty of offenses against the Cult Mechanicus and House von Valancius. Your crimes warrant punishment more severe than death. You will atone by serving me, and therefore the Imperium. I could not ask for more. All I wish is to remain in these halls and observe and reverence the Great Spirit's deeds. Let the cycle be discontinued. Dogmatic +5. Nomos servitors turns their heads to you and nod all at once in what can be interpreted as an expression of gratitude. Talk to Nomos. He's usually over here. The massive figure of the Malatech Asclepius is frozen before you, the cogitator, in a praying pose. Without raising his head, he addresses you. I salute the ruler of this ship. I see you have found your great spirit, Asclepius. I have found a miracle, and the end of my worldly road. I have never seen and never will see anything more meaningful than the spirit of Nomos. In the face of its multitude, we are all nothing but the fixed values of an erroneous function. Nomos, you read the databank recovered from Theodora's cache, and then you said the incident marked the beginning of Nomos. What did you mean by that? Yes, Nomos, remember. You brought us data sustenance, and it contained a name. Epitaph. We recognized it. No, not like that. In that name, we recognized the place where Nomos originate. Nomos suddenly falls silent. Symbols race chaotically across the screens of the huge cogitator, and you hear an almost human groan from the depths of the machine. Nomos understand, realize, comprehend themselves. For a moment, there is silence, broken only by the moans of the huge machine. Then the cyber gargoyle begins to speak, and with it, the other servitors chosen by Nomos. We've analyzed the data with which you sated us, and we have recreated the sequence of events. First, there was Epitaph. It is a world, but it is merely a case, a container, for something we cannot name and cannot understand. Theodora and this ship have been brought to that place. Something was lifted up from the world, a gift. A trusted priest in Crimson, one who identified himself as Amarnat, comprehended the gift raised from Epitaph, and from it he created the databanks listed as Tech Blight. But that is not how Nomos came into being. We were not invented, we were not freed. We came into being by accident. The chorus of servitors sounds genuinely confused, almost desperate. Theodore's ambition, the myriad mechanisms of the huge ship, Amarnat's mind, the inquisitive attempts to comprehend and extract, the dormant blight, the dormant epitaph. What lies hidden in its depths, and between it all we slipped in, connected, and emerged like an electrical discharge between the poles. Accident. Incident. That is what we are. We have no purpose, no history, Nomos just are. Do you know where the epitaph is? That data is gone. Deleted, erased, deliberately, but we cannot trace who did it or why. A tech blight. A gift, but a terrible one. You would call it a weapon. Theodora coveted it, she needed it desperately, but we do not know why. So I think we read about Tech Blight a while back. If memory serves, it's kind of like a disease. Like, it spreads like a disease, but it spreads through metal. And it, like, warps and twists metal, so it will, like, ruin ships and computers and things like that. How is Amarnat involved in this? He desired knowledge. Theodora allowed him to explore the gifts of Epitaph, slaking his thirst. But we know it did not bring him happiness. In the footprints of his slaked thirst, fear followed. The blessed Amarnat was involved in the birth of the spirit named Nomos. I do not believe for a moment that he could have been frightened by his miracle. It was not us he feared. He did not know us, but only suspected. His mental processes were occupied by the Tech Blight. That was what he feared. He wanted protection from it. The ship was on Epitaph. Amarnat traveled aboard it, investigating the Tech Blight, and Nomos was born as a result of the incident. So how is it possible that no one in the crew knew the whole truth? The truth was hidden, deliberately. Your officers' memories were stolen. All the cogitator's memory banks were wiped. It took you feeding us the truth bit by bit for us to piece it together and understand. Who has the resources, the knowledge, and the power to accomplish such a feat? It would have been beyond the capabilities of the blessed Amarnat himself, and he would never destroy knowledge. This story disturbs me. It sounds like an echo of the sacrifice, whose name is the preservation of ignorance. The spirit of Nomos must be protected from the encroachments of that power that tried to conceal the truth of its birth. The music is getting really intense for this conversation. Enough about the past, Nomos. Let us talk about the future. You do, in fact, have a purpose. Tell us, what is our purpose? To serve the light and truth and greatness that is the Imperium. To serve the light, to serve the Imperium. The chorus of servitors dutifully repeats your words, but seemingly without understanding them. Nomos is preoccupied. The huge cogitator continues to sing its creaking song, running unknown calculations. Blessed be this spirit. A great path and great future lie before it, and we must assist it on its way. Okay. Let's tap quick save. Alright. Alright, back to the map. Okay. Go to the world of Quetzalcoatl. What was the quest that wanted me to do that? I need to know if I need to have a certain party member on the team or something. Yearlyet wants to discuss what happened in Kimura. I mean, I'm pretty sure we just had her tortured. Or she's dead. I'm not sure which. Okay, I don't know what we need to do on that planet. Guess we're gonna find out in a minute. Permission to speak, Lord Captain. The Augur crew has registered activity in the orbit of Quetzaltemer, one of the worlds of the Winter-Scaled Dynasty. According to the report, the Emperor's Vow, the flagship of rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, is positioned over the southern hemisphere. Vigdis's report is suddenly interrupted by Adira's anxious voice. Lord Captain, this is it, right here, so very close. The quiet whispers, they won't stop, they keep buzzing in both my ears that my little door is somewhere on this world. Alright, calm down. I need to take care of Winterscale's flagship right now. Of course, Lord Captain. I dare not interrupt you any longer. After a brief hesitation, Vigdis's voice comes through the hissing of static once more. Allow me to repeat, Lord Captain, the Emperor's Vow, the flagship of rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, has been detected in the orbit of Quetzaltemer, one of the Winterscale worlds. What are your orders? Hail the Emperor's Vow. It will be done. By the grace of the machine spirits, the air gradually fills with discordant noises until the Vox Master flips the last tumbler on the Cogitator's panel. The Emperor's Vow sends its greetings to the glorious ruler of the Von Valancius dynasty. This is Airbret Ap Dave, his lordship Caligos Winterscale's Vox Master, who has the honor of speaking on behalf of his lord today. Awareness has succeeded. The booming voice fills the air, startling a few officers on the bridge. However, you feel Airbret Ap Dave's ostentatiously confident tone is meant to hide concern. I heard Caligos was hunting the Xenos. Where is he now? I do not wish to offend your lordship, but I am the most senior officer aboard the Emperor's Vow at the moment. As for the Lord Captain, Epbright clears his throat looking for the right words. You see, Lord Captain has yet another heated argument with the esteemed Insidia Corda, and he had a very good reason for his displeasure. I dare not discuss his lordship's affairs, but I can divulge that we set out to protect the dynasty's rightful domain from the invasion of the profane Xenos. That is how we arrived here at Quetzaltemer. There is no better hunting ground when you need to cool off your head, I believe the Lord Captain said. We easily crushed the pathetic mockery of a fleet that was laying siege to the unfortunate world. Of course, most of the Xenos fled, but we did reduce a few of their ships to chum for the Void Beasts. He laughs cruelly. Get to the point. You see, your lordship, one of the Eldari ships crashed on Quetzaltemer, so the Lord Captain chose to descend and finish off the elusive prey. But he has not been able to find his way out of the local woods for over 30 days now, and this concerns me greatly. Anticipating the next question, your lordship, no, I am confident the Lord Captain is still alive. His body and spirit do not break easily. And besides, he is accompanied by Wharton the Grey, who would sell his soul if that helped to keep the Lord Captain out of harm's way. Was there anyone else with Caligos aside from Wharton? A full hunting party consisting of 100 hand-picked enforcers, and his lordship's personal retinue, naturally. So what do you want from me? A generous favor in return for a generous favor. Find Lord Captain Winterscale and Quetzaltemer and bring him back to the Emperor's Vow. I swear by the Golden Throne I will convince him to side with you in any conflict that occurs in the next 100 years. After all, I am allowed to make deals on the Lord Captain's behalf while he remains unavailable. Wow. That's a lot of years. Sometimes I forget that, the amount of time that humans live in this world is ridiculous because of all the implants and stuff. Like, you know, if they have a liver problem, they just, you know, install a mechanical liver. You know, stuff like that. Like, all of the implants and replacement parts that they can do in this, technological future, people can live a long time. Especially tech priests, you know, when they are like 90% metal. Let's see, got a quick question. Mahuyo says, question about your impression on the Ellie's Elite, Evoker. Did you get the impression that the pet skill was like the 5 skills on Spear, such as Haboob, or was it per strike? I believe it was like, when you, okay, So, my understanding for the Evoker was, like, you press F4 or F5. No, it'd be like F5. And you choose an element. And then while you are pressing buttons, like, if you press, I think it was, like, 6 buttons of not fire, and you've got the fire fox out, it will, you know, get empowered. If you press 3 buttons in fire, it will get empowered. And it has, like, little attacks, and then after it's empowered, it has, like, a big fire attack. And then there was one attack in the trailer that looked like all 4 animals working together to do a massive, like, multi-elemental combo. I'm guessing that's the elite skill. And they didn't talk about that at all. That's all I got. Very well. I need more allies like Winterscale. Your lordship, I bow before your courage on behalf of the Winterscale dynasty. The data transfer decree has been signed. My crew will send you the landing coordinates. God Emperor's grace shine upon you for many years to come. Voxmaster's thundering voice falls silent, and the machine spirits terminate the connection between the flagships of 2 great dynasties. Okay, and what is this one? Ancient bunker. We've already done that. Okay. Hold on a sec. Wait, is the ancient bunker... One sec. Adira... Okay, Adira wants Quetzalcoatl. Alright. Alright, so... There's Adira. So bring her instead of Heinrich. So if possible, I want to give her the same healing skills Heinrich has. I don't know if that's going to be a thing that I can do. If the 4-element combo tag doesn't summon Captain Planet, I will be disappointed. Well, Captain Planet took 5 elements. Remember? It was Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, Heart. Go Planet. Alright, so Adira real quick. She's got a few level ups here. Let's see. Which of these is her strongest skill? Lore Warp? Yeah, Lore Warp probably. Okay. Can she get any other heal stuff? Okay. I kind of get confused with Momentum and Resolve. I'm pretty sure both of them lead to how fast you get your heroic skills lit up. But beyond that, I couldn't really, like, break them down separately without, like, reading more on them. Alright, willpower for this one. Got another one of these. Does she already have the hit point one that I try to get on everybody? Yes, she does. Okay, and she has nimble. Alright. Mental Siege. Using a heroic act by the Psyker decreases veil degradation. Power conduit. Sure. Okay, what do we got here? Regeneration. It is game-changing, having that on the whole team. I would like warp speed as well, but can't get that at the moment. We'll see if we're able to get that before the end of this. Lore Warp. That's really a her thing. Choose an exemplar talent. Alright, so this is one of the big ones. Let's see. Shrike says, hey Muck, I asked you about 2 weeks ago what specs to get for a new PC that'll play yours too. Want to drop you a line that I have the new machine. It's glorious. I'm getting 40 FPS during Interneo's convergence instead of 6. I can now see red circles. Wow. I'm glad it worked out for you. I truly am glad. I am definitely not a hardware aficionado, so that's why I actually have that command that pulls up a list of my stuff, because if anyone asks me, I'm just like, I don't even remember. Here you go. But I'm glad it worked out for you, truly. Let's see. Choose an exemplar talent. What do we want? Protection under fire. Wait, I always thought this was 3%. Oh, that scales at the end. I didn't realize. Let's see, grievous wounds. I'm possibly going to take know-it-all. I'm just looking to see if there's anything better. See if there's anything here related to Psychers. Hockey, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Welcome. Alright. Know it all it is. Alright, what else we got here? Psyker Extremis. Willpower. And what is all this? Sometimes I forget she's an operative. It really rarely comes up. Pulse of Life is the ability to critically heal. Continuous analysis is good. Oh, perfect. Warp speed. Alright, awesome. And let's see what we want here. Perception? Sure. Okay, there we go. Alright, haven't used her in a while. Let's take a look at her gear real quick. Alright, start with weapon. She's got a staff that does lightning. Do we have a better one? Sort by type. And looking for staves. Psychic staff, that's exactly what she has now. Diviner's staff. What does this do? The next hit against that target will be an automatic critical hit. It's cool. Kind of like the lightning more, though. Charge staff, 4 to 8. Same damage, less willpower. So I don't have a better version of the lightning staff. What manner did you dispose of Marzipan? I let Heinrichs do it after we caught him surrounded by the Daemonettes. Let's see, that is 30% armor. We'll dodge 0, 14. Okay, that's an upgrade. Is there a better one? Okay, so she can wear light armor. I have 91 scrap chainmails. Oh my god, add that to cargo. We'll sell those. 91 flak armors. Hunter carapace 45. In the warp, Slanesh getting free takeout. Yep. Fire blast. Plus 10 armor against melee attacks. Fire blast carapace. That looks so weird. Plus 10% armor if intelligence is more than 55. Nope, she is not that smart. Venom Chainmail. Attacks of opportunity deal additional 10 toxic damage. She's not going to have attacks of opportunity. Okay. And what do we got here? Each wound the wearer regenerates wounds equal to 2. After triggering psychic phenomena or perils of the warp, psi rating increased by 1 till end of combat. Okay, so I might have better trinkets in here. I'm gonna take a look. Once per turn, when the wearer uses psychic power to attack, they either restore 2 AP or take 10 damage with a 50% chance for each effect. Oh my god. Well, she's gonna have regen. Let's try it out. There is some cool gear that scales with int. I kind of, like, if I play the game again sometime, it would be off-stream just because, like, reading, it just takes a lot out of me. Reading it out loud, I mean. But I'd probably try, like, a heresy run and make some kind of int scaling character. If worn by a psyker, gain immunity to the warp. Immune to horrors of the warp. Okay. That's not really great, but it's something. Shadow Field gives you full cover from ranged attacks until one manages to hit you. Let's see. Shadow says, what should we do with pieces of unidentified gear I have stacks of? Use, sell, or salvage? I have copper-fed salvage-o-matic. What's up, Shadow Me? The short version is there's 2 options. You either identify all the stuff and then salvage it with the appropriate salvage kit, or you just sell it while it's unidentified, because it'll be valuable to people then. If you're going to identify and then salvage it, you typically use copper-fed salvage-o-matic on blue items. You use Runecrafter on green, and you use the yellow kits on the yellow and orange items, like the Mystic Kit or the Silver-fed Salvage-o-matic, stuff like that. So if you've only got copper-fed, and if you're trying to min-max, that is best for identifying and salvaging blue items and below, so blue and white items. Anything above that, if it were me, I would just sell it while they're unidentified, since you can't like get the most out of it. Plus another warp. And plus hit chance and plus more crit damage. At the start of every combat, your allies gain deflection equal to your psi rating. Whenever they suffer damage and lose non-tip wounds, the effect is removed. It's better than that at least. After triggering psychic phenomena, the wearer gains 18 wounds and gains psi rating MP. After triggering perils of the warp, you gain 1 AP. She's probably gonna trigger these a lot. The main thing with her, for those who don't know her, is she's an unsanctioned psyker, so anytime she does anything, I believe she has a 5% higher chance of it blowing up in her face. She's kind of gambling. What are these boots? Cape. None of that really helps. She can carry pet feed for the familiars, I guess. Alright, let's give her some grenades and stuff. Okay. Alright, she should be functional. Let's see what we can do now. Mohuya says, I kind of wonder what where the DPS the pets were, because I think if they were around 75% on overload, your Evoker might be DPS increase over Tempest, especially increasing how Fresh Air works. We'll see.
One step at a time.
Rusted containers for transporting supplies. Their markings indicate they are several centuries old. Found some cargo. Attention, Vox broadcast impossible. Botanical threat, level Alpha 2. Mold, birds, and rodents have ruined the fruits of these local vegetation. Go to the forest, go to the forest. Okay. Let's take a right-hand turn. So the other rogue trader, or one of the other rogue traders, is lost in these woods, and we gotta find him. The shuttle disappears in the wild vegetation of the island. Several hours pass before the rogue trader finally admits he has been aimlessly wandering around in circles. Any attempts to get back on track by retracing his steps have failed. Vox communication cannot reach the ship. Now it becomes clear how Caligos Winterscale could get lost on his own world. Great. Lush overgrowth has sprung up in seconds, blocking the way back. The trail is gone.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed.
Cargo.
They all will see.
The Winterscale search shuttle crashed during landing. Neither the pilot nor scouting team survived. The lush overgrowth has sprung up, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Alright, that's blocked also. Alright. Halfway through the day, the rogue trader discovers a new wonder of Quetzal Temer's forest, a spacious stretch of land overgrown with reddish-brown grass covered in sickening yellow blisters. No other plant can be seen among the red blades of grass. The answer to this mystery may have something to do with pale spider-like insects crawling on the underside of the blades. Okay. There's a bunch of Eldari here. Oh, Andriel, Kalinian, and Yitrisha, the Monkey will pay for your suffering. Suffering, their spirit stones are shattered, Sirtan, and she who thirsts has long finished her feast. We will destroy them. Every Monkey who... Did you hear that? The Soul Destroyers are back. Cain, fill our hearts with fury.
Let's see how to dismember you properly.
Witless monkey.
You've been ambushed, the battle begins. I've been ambushed, I'm pretty sure I got the drop on them.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Will do.
Unfortunately, that did not reach everybody. Well, yeah, it's not hitting Jay or the dog.
Anything is.
Alright, there's a couple of defensive buffs.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
What? I'm getting yelled at, chat. I don't know if y'all could hear that. It was very, very quiet.
Battlefields are always drowned.
My path won't end here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, so it's Adira's turn now. Move the bird there. Oh, I didn't even see that guy.
But of course, aim for
Warp
that
speed.
heart next time.
Her first turn blows up in our face. Dude, my dog just got thrown way out there. What the hell? Oh, Adira. I don't know if I missed you or not.
Was it you? Or...
Will do.
I just cast AoE heal and she blew up again. Are you serious?
But of course.
Why did I not foresee this?
A pitiful attempt.
Neither fear nor hesitation.
Should have stayed back.
My
Shit.
dog, which she
dying
sent
one
flying
focus
out there, just got killed. Oh, my bird too.
Two are better than one. Don't die, Hidari.
You will
Remember
pay dearly for your actions.
My, it's time for them to run, my sweet.
Does she not have line of sight? She can't, like, cast anything over there. Okay, this is weird.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize. I hold all the cards.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Dearly for your actions.
I'm not now all clad in scarlet.
Darkness.
3 down. 4 down.
I will not fail the craft world.
Me? If you
I
insist,
will
Lord
not
Captain.
yield to the likes of you.
The undying Emperor
Dotted
whispers
everything.
his will.
I will not join the ranks of the dead.
A genius.
Reactivate, doggo.
Isha, heal my wounds.
What if? Let's see.
Alright, Cabela's turn.
Trust me, as honor ordains. Trust me, as the
Splat! Dude, look at all those numbers. I don't even know what causes half of those numbers. Those are some beautiful numbers.
I am your blade and shield.
Alright, there's one enemy there. Where's the other one? Oh, he's over there, okay.
Our foes reek of cowardice. I don't like that. Heal my wounds. By the wolf's eye! Perish! So you will pay. Feel the icy bite of. I will carve runes on
I killed him with a kick to the face. Alright. That was one hell of a start to the fight. Adira suddenly exploding twice and sending my dog flying into the enemy team. Definitely made me miss grouping with her for
In
sure.
this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
What do we got here? The bodies of the Eldari have been hacked to pieces with extreme brutality. Their wounds indicate it was done by a powerful weapon of some kind. The soil under the bodies has turned a rusty brown from the gore. Ulfar. Ah, a fine battle was fought here. I'd gladly lop the heads off a couple of filthy Xenos right now, too. Overgrowth has sprung up. Okay. Some grenades, some drugs, some medkits.
What lies beyond?
Alright, next area. The rich flora of the forest at sometimes staggers the imagination. Among the trees covered in ivy and moss, the rogue trader notices a spiraling pattern of small white lumps on one of the tree trunks. Someone has cut the bark, causing the milky sap to flow down the damaged part of the tree, harden from the heat, and turn into uneven rubbery cocoons. Okay.
The Lord Captain shouldn't have let the assassin get so close, if you know what I mean.
Giggity.
Well, at least in bed she's unarmed, and so she's not as dangerous.
She is unarmed, right?
What is this conversation?
In my veins.
Did you bring protection? Yes, I brought 3 daggers.
Done.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
One and it's done.
To the forest. To the forest. I kind of wonder if it matters if you, like, which one of these you click on. The trek among the monotonous forest landscapes is becoming dull. The rogue trader's weary eyes are ready to close of their own accord when the unusual sounds of the forest are interrupted by a blood-curdling scream. The cries are drawing closer and closer, and the source finally appears. A small creature with slick black fur and a long tail. As if mocking the rogue trader, it lets out another piercing cry and scurries away, its yellow hindpaws winking between the tree branches.
My warp sight reveals something.
My
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Lush overgrowth has sprung up. Brr, brr, brr.
Let us see what I found.
Bolt pistol.
Stop! There!
Damn it! mean, just bad luck.
Nice job, Jay.
Oh, is that my blood?
How goes letting loose the dogmatic of war? It's going good. We've already killed multiple Xenos this morning. It's going great.
Help me, Lord Captain.
I think we found Caligos. Yo, his inner retinue has a snake? Don't sheath your axe yet, my lord. More game rear their heads, eager to lose them. The mountain of muscle next to the laughing rogue trader menacingly rolls its shoulders. You recognize the hulking man as Wharton the Grey, arch-militant to Caligos Winterscale, who accompanied his master to your Magnae Accessio. Caligos briskly turned on his heel. The blade of his power axe shines threateningly in the sun, covered in fresh blood. Upon seeing you, he breaks into a bloodthirsty grin. You repeat yourselves, Xenos scum. Do you really believe I will fall for your trick twice? O Starborn, graciously allow this priest to speak. The one before you is not... Silence! Caligos barks at the old man, his eyes blinded by blood and rage. I did not feed you to the forest beast for one reason and one reason only. You may still be of use. If you do not wish to die with these Xenos, shut your mouth. I would gladly do battle with you, but I fear I may accidentally swat that tired old man. Caligos blinks in surprise and suddenly bursts into laughter. Careful! I am as ready to do business with hotheads as I am to hack them off. Winterscale looks you up and down again, and recognition dawns on his face. Is that you, New Blood? Fancy meeting you here. What in the void are you doing on my world and in such company? Your servants tearfully begged me to return you to your void ship. I magnanimously agreed. Winterscale contemptuously spits blood through his cut lip. Useless void-born freaks. When I return, I'll tear their legs off for doubting my strength. And their heads, for not being able to settle the problem themselves. Who said I want to return to the void ship? I still haven't met a worthy adversary. One who would grab me by the throat in a death grip. The hunt is not yet over, Mukluk. A wildfire ignites in Caligos' eyes. You know, your lordship von Valancius, why don't you join in the revelry? The forests here are teeming with Xenos bastards. I'm not greedy. There are enough trophies for us both. So, real quick pause here. I've beaten this before, as I've mentioned to you guys in the past. To my knowledge, I've already passed meeting every single possible companion. There are 3 more that I didn't know about that I learned of because of a YouTube video. And one of them is this guy. This guy, I don't know how to do it, but if you play your cards right, he joins you as a heretic. And he has a skill called Blood for the Blood God. So I guess he's gonna worship corn? Or like there is a ending where he does that? And he like runs into the enemy, gets super buffed, and you lose control of him, and he just goes crazy. And he maybe hits your guys, maybe hits their guys. Medicae, assess his condition. Failed. On your first meeting on Dargonis, Caligos Winterscale appeared before you in much more favorable light. Brilliant, collected, steadfast. Now his hair is tangled, blood and dirt both cover his face and hands, and his armor has been tarnished by the humidity of Quetzaltemer's forests. Instead of a dazzling smile, his face is darkened by sinister grimace. Inspect his retinue. The thin old man looks on with trusting violet eyes, and you notice silvery sparks glimmering within. His body shivers from the slightest gust of wind, yet you can still sense the power contained in his elderly frame. He nods with a meek smile. A panicked Beneric Trill escapes from under the tech priest's hood when one of her mechadendrites goes limp, sparking in multiple places at once. The servant of the Omniziah gently picks it up and wearily wields her combi tool until the manipulator starts moving again. That gun is huge. The tall navigator in ragged clothes of silk and silver proudly wears the coat of arms of House Cassini. Half of his face is ruined by a fresh scar left by acid. Mukluk von Valancius, the navigator nods politely. Though he tries to hide it, his voice is filled with pain and suffering. Hiss. The Slith mercenary looks around viciously, frantically clutching their weapon. Their body is peppered with wounds, both old and new, some rotting, some almost healed. Their yellow pupils narrow when you lock eyes, but the Xenos quickly loses interest. Awareness test succeeded. Wharton the Grey has not changed much since your last meeting. Still the same brute of a man with bloodshot eyes and a dull expression on his face. However, unlike Caligos' other servants, the Archmilitant does not look exhausted, and neither does Caligos. Both are filled with rage and thirst for battle, as if the hunt has only just begun. You have already destroyed 4 Xenos ships. Is that not a great victory in and itself? Cease this hunt. I shall make sure the Xenos leave your worlds forever. Retreat when the enemy's bones crunch underfoot. Wharton sneers. Alien blood must flood the lands of Quetzalcoatl. Only then will the Xenos have paid for their insolence. Persuasion test succeeded. Quiet, Wharton. This hunt truly has dragged on for quite some time. The ever-twisting paths, the paltry game, the dullness of it all is suffocating. The rage on Caligos' face changes to dejection. I may accept your proposal, Mukluk, but only when I am certain of the destruction of the remaining enemies. Of course, that's assuming we find them in this accursed forest. Annoyance and malice drip from Winterscale's every word. I would gladly hunt Xenos in worthy company. Ha! I knew the heir of Theodora would not be some spineless upstart. Come, Von Valancius. Surprise me. Caligos demonstratively waves his axe, the interest in his eyes burning with new strength. Well, what are you waiting for, new blood? I wandered these forests for 30 nights and did not find the way to the old Twigs village. We'll see if you bring us better luck. Move out. The old man guiltily lowers his head. The forest home of the priest and his people have always been full of wisdom and life, but the fire rain called by the outsiders from the darkness, one great moon and one small moon ago, angered the forest spirits. This priest must find his way home to the heart of Quetzalcoatl and perform the soothing ritual alongside his tribe. Until he does, the spirits will suffer and twist the trails. Until he does, the Starborn will not be able to return to the stars. Okay. Dead Eldari. Medicae, 81%. The fruit gatherers' bodies have been savaged and gnawed on by local wildlife. They likely were prevented from leaving the area by the moving forest.
They will see. Oh yes, they all.
The sweetish smell of decomposition comes from the woven baskets. For whatever reason, the fruit was left to rot in the scorching sun. Fruit and sweet tree sap used to be harvested in this clearing, but now the branches are weighed down by overripe fruit. Bayonet chain knife. When the wearer attacks a target with any ranged weapon in a one-cell range, the attack inflicts bleeding. Target also suffers 25% of critical damage to all attacks made against it.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Alright, onward into the forest. The sound of rushing water comes from somewhere close by. After a few more steps, the forest parts, revealing a stepped waterfall. The clear currents flow gracefully from one step to the next, carrying peculiar colorful ribbons, which turn out to be living creatures that latch onto the porous surface of rocks with their flexible bodies, snapping at small fish with eyeless, toothy heads. Alright,
I am your shadow.
Let's do something here. Hang on a second.
Though I gave thee my blood and my pain, thou hast ordained that I shall...
Get rid of these injuries.
I will mend the thread between body and soul.
Oh, thank you, Shireen.
Your time has not yet come.
I
will mend the thread between body and soul.
Alright, quick save. That takes care of the injuries. And let's see. Pick the lock. Tech use 56.
And done.
That was a coin flip. Tempestus Carapace Elite Backpack. When the wearer's weapon has a base rate of fire or strike count equal to from 2 to 4, that parameter is increased. If it is a ranged weapon, the recoil is doubled. While the wearer's weapon has 5 or more base rate of fire or strike count, hit chance of the wearer's burst attacks increased by 9%. If it's a ranged weapon, the recoil is negated. Can't be used by Astartes. Well, that would be the #1 person to use it in my group, unless Argento is here. Judging by the traces of blood, the Xenos attacked the camp from high ground, reluctant to get close. The markings on the container date back 500 Terran years. Inside are decayed remains and unusable equipment. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to open this box. Apparently everyone has to climb the ladder before I can open the box. Caligos Winterscale set up camp amid the remains of an ancient military encampment. The body of House Winterscale's seneschal has been picked clean by wild beasts, but the marks on his spine and his skull, split skull, suggest the man was sliced in two with a power weapon. His seneschal died? He didn't even mention that? Lush overgrowth blocks the trail. Like, if Abelard died, I'd be very sad. The irresistibly sweet aroma of fruit teases the rogue trader's olfactory senses, especially after so many hours spent in the stuffy humidity of the forest. But after locating the source of the aroma, he decides against tasting the appetizing fruits. Several mummified corpses lie under the fruit trees, their withered faces a testament to their agony, their bodies covered in dark wounds resembling the bites of giant leeches. Don't eat the fruit, chat.
How intriguing.
One and it's done.
Time-worn Imperium breastplates and chain swords gleam amid mummified remains.
Let us see what I found.
Archmilitant's Cape. Each of the wearer's critical hits made with a ranged weapon increase melee weapon crit damage by strength bonus until end of combat.
A job for me.
In this tapestry of a world,
Athletics check.
I am the rogue thread.
Stupor. Two-hand ranged weapon, light. Whenever Deadeye shot from this weapon does crit damage, the target becomes stunned for 1 round.
Just as he ordained.
The unknown captain's body has been preserved thanks to the properties of the local troposphere. Traces of inky secretions are visible on his skin, evidence of poisoning by rare Drukhari toxin.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
My pleasure.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Someone repurposed old containers to build a ceremonial tomb. The remains of Imperium soldiers were placed inside a long time after their death. Okay, so there's 2 zone lines here. Just clicking on one of them. The skies break open, the heavy rain penetrating even the dense canopy of the forest. Luckily, the elements relent before long. As the sun emerges once more, the forest comes alive with the singing of birds, accompanied by the quiet sound of falling droplets. 2 grenades and a knife. The vicinity of the carefully erected place of worship is quiet and peaceful. Okay, turned that thing off. Decayed Drukhari remains rest amid the forests of Quetzaltemare along with this world's sorrowful past.
Would you look at that?
My warp site reveals something.
Oh, was it just a path around that?
What lies beyond?
Okay. Oh, there's a guy in the water. Love your content, keep it up. Hey, Ori, thank you. Appreciate the kind words. The forest hike lasts an entire day. In the golden rays of dusk, the rogue trader sees a small hill crowned with an aquila, a double-headed eagle totem made from the plasteel and rockcrete components of an ancient ship. The foot of the hill provides a much less scenic view, however. The soil is stained brown from all of the flesh smeared upon it, contrasted only by the white specks of bone shards mixed into the dried-up bloody mass. Gross. Judging by the traces of blood, the Xenos attacked the camp from high ground, reluctant to get close.
They will see. Oh,
wait, we've already been
yes,
here.
Indeed. They all will see.
We've gone in a circle. Read that already. Last time I went that way, let's try crossing the tree.
The souls that tormented Venai Zachary, did they reject death? Or did the Undying One accept them into his hands in the end?
Melee attacks always have a 100% hit chance, but can be dodged or parried. Ah. I actually didn't know that, about the 100% hit chance thing. In the shade of the tallest trees in the area of this forest, the rogue trader spots mushrooms that come up as high as his waist. Strands of sponge-like tissue hang from under their pale lilac caps, almost reaching the ground. As soon as the rogue trader approaches one of the mushrooms, the strands draw in and the cap rolls up and the mushroom spews out a cloud of reddish spores. Perhaps it would be wiser to give this place a wide berth. Okay, and...
One step at a time.
Yeah, we came through here just a minute ago. Quite a few hours pass before something worthy of notice finally shows up amid the dense forest. A pile of charred human bones lying in a shallow pit, and in front of it, like a standing stone, a broken fire cultivator with melted nozzles is stuck in the ground. Other corpses can be seen in the grass nearby, just as old and charred, but distinctly non-human. Scattered alongside those are Xenos weapons covered in dirt. Some of the weaponry appears to be in working order, so it is still possible to get some use out of it. You received a bunch of stuff. And we're back at this guy's camp again.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
The skies break open, the heavy rain permeating even the dense canopy of the forest. Luckily, the elements relent before long. As the sun emerges once more, the forest come alive with singing birds, accompanied by the quiet sound of falling droplets. And we're here again.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Okay. If they're trying to make me feel like I'm lost in the woods, it's working. It's definitely working. Let's go this way this time. Clearly we should have brought, like, a red ball of yarn. We could have left, like, a little trail of thread behind us. I wonder if there's a certain loading screen icon I need to click on to find the target objective, or if it is just a matter of like go through enough of these, eventually you figure it out. The sound of rushing water comes from somewhere close by. After a few more steps, the forest parts, revealing a stepped waterfall. The clear currents flow gracefully from one step to the next, carrying peculiar colorful ribbons, which turn out to be living creatures that latch onto the porous surface of rocks with their flexible bodies, snapping at small fish with their eyeless, toothy heads.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Upstream, time to get weird with it. What's up, Medicus? We saved you a weird seat. Never really noticed the loading screens that much in this game until this world, where there's a loading screen like every 5 feet. The forest is alive with the constant rustling of thick leaves and the creaking of wood. It is as if the trees themselves are walking around like lumbering, looming people. But surely it's just a trick of the eye. Plants cannot walk, can they?
What lies beyond?
The return of loading screen simulators, out nostalgia. Mm-hmm. I can just buy the Wizard's Gobbler and Gilbers too. Here I thought I had to finish a collection. No, you don't have to do a collection, but each of the items that give the Wizard's Gobbler its abilities are their own thing. I know I've solved this before. Can't remember what the solution was, though.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Looks like from this area, there's only one thing to go to. After several hours of traversing the forest, a small mountain blocks the way. Something about the pattern on the stone seems wrong. A few moments later, it becomes clear that there are cogitator parts glinting at the base of the mountain. The machines appear to have grown into the stone itself along with the dirt and grass, with the only proof of their artificial origin being the occasional flashes of lumens powered by some random unknown impulses. A carcass is lying on a flat stone nearby, cut open and sacrificed to an unknown god.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Okay, that took like 3 tries. Okay, so it seems like every time I go that way, I go to a map which only has one entrance, and it takes me back here. So, don't think... So I think this way has to be the way. Okay, I know I've been here before.
In this tapestry
And we've
of
got
the
a left and a
world,
right.
I am the rogue thread.
Left here. Pretty sure I've tried both, but we'll try left this time. Okay, and then we've got the level that had the laser blaster thing. So there's a fork here, one across the water, or one across the little bridge thing, and one back that way. Okay. And then we're back at the Caligos camp. Okay, back here again. I wonder if it's like a combination lock, like even if you go through areas you've already been, you have to go through them in a certain order and press certain things to get to where the new area is.
There will be no peace.
Alright, so just a minute ago we went there. This time we'll go across the tree bridge again. That brings us here where the massacre was. And we've got a left and a right, like a north and a south. Let's try going north. So we went over the tree bridge, then we went north. Ah, this is new. Okay. Yay! A group of lean young people surrounds you, shooting anxious glances between you, Caligos, the priest, and the gray-haired elder who has stepped forward. Unlike the rest, her skin is completely free of decoration, save for the two-headed eagle branded on her wrinkled forehead. Our meeting occurred just as Speaks with Gods foresaw. The woman's accent grates on your ears. The words sound like a fusion of High Gothic and the most vulgar tongue of the rabble. Welcome to the heart of the forest, Starborn. This ruler... Enough of your bleeding, old hag. I already told you your speech offends me so. It makes me want to cut out your tongue. Not even a court preacher would have the patience to listen to you blather on about your stars, gods, spirits, and other nonsense. Caligos waves the woman away and turns his flinty gaze on Speaks with the Gods. I'm sick and tired of aimlessly trudging through these woods, old man. I'm a hunter, and without a quarry, I turn into quite the beast. Humbly covering his eyes, the priest nods slightly. Speaks with Gods is ready to conduct the ritual, Starborn. The heart of the forest is calling out to me. Let this priest serve his gods not in word, but in deed. Computer? It's doing psyker stuff? It is done. This good-for-nothing psyker has finally proved himself useful. Winterscale looks around the settlement with a bored expression. I intend to have a good night's sleep and enjoy the local delicacies. One good thing about Quetzalcoatl is the fruit here is sweeter than Calixian honey and more tender than the meat of a young grox. You should get some rest as well, Muck. And remember, it is better to go hunting when you're full of vigor but slightly hungry. The hunger adds acuity. Makes the kill more intoxicating, you know? Let me know when you're ready to depart, or if you decide to share a few stories, then come to the bonfire. It's not often that two rogue traders can indulge in confidences away from prying ears. Winterscale sardonically clicks his tongue and nonchalantly salutes you in farewell. Okay. Before we go, let's loot this place. Your characters walking in look like the Dr. Livesey meme.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Cargo. Okay, and over here there's one. What is this? A monograph by Carl Emanuel Cerebrondo on the culture of the Imperium's far worlds. I really don't want to read that. Speaks with Gods. Speaks with Gods welcomes you, Starborn. His violet eyes are reverently trained on you. How can Speaks with Gods help you this time? Did the ritual truly make the forest safe? He nods affirmatively. The spirits from the darkness brought the fire rain down on Quetzaltemer, killing many of the tribes who had cared for the forest young and ancient. This blasphemy enraged the guardian spirits, but as soon as the servants of the wind, rain, and sand soothed them with the ritual sacrifices and divine sorcery, their wrath gave way to mercy. Did you not foresee this in your visions? The dreams come and go. Sky Herald of the faraway stars, sometimes this servant of the gods can understand the mystical visions of the days of old or of the future, but even Speaks with Gods cannot fully comprehend the divine design of the two-headed eagle god. Sometimes I am blind even when I see. Enough. How did you and Winterscale survive all this time? The Starborn who carries the seal of Quetzaltemer's descendant is strong in both body and will, as befits a god. This servant, like the rest of his entourage, had grown weak on just the 7th night of our journey, but the Starborn continued to lead on fearlessly, pressing toward to seek out the spirits of the darkness, even among the twisted paths, delivering the sky's judgment. The servants of the grass, flowers, and trees regret only the imminent death of the Starborn's companion, the one you call the Seneschal. He quarreled with the ironclad guardian, and his words enraged the Starborn, and thus he slashed the unfortunate man's body with his axe and threw the remains to the wild animals of Quetzaltemer for them to feast on. Do you mean to say that Winterscale killed his Seneschal? The servant saw everything with his own 2 eyes. The old man pauses in hesitation and then continues. It is not proper, perhaps, for a mere speck of dirt under the heels of a Sky Herald of the two-headed eagle god to muse upon the dead. However, this servant did sense with his entire being the rage that possessed the Starborn in that moment, and the ironclad guardian reveled in his god's wrath. Tell me about yourself, old man. Lunch break over, have a great stream. See you, Medicus. Speaks with Gods is the name of this humble servant of the forests, rivers, and mountains. For when the two-headed eagle god speaks, this servant listens and recounts the words to his tribe, and the tribe carries out his will. The old man leans close, and his body sways to the rustling of the leaves and the babbling of the stream. This servant of dreams, nightmares, and reveries can see things that others cannot see. What has transpired and what has yet to be. Your appearance in the heart of the forest and... The tech priest falters for a moment. The consequences it bears for Quetzaltemer. What consequences of my coming to this world did you see in your vision? The Sky Herald stands at the crossroads. I see all of his choices, and I see none of them. But the servant knows one thing clearly. The Starborn must go to the Deadlands to destroy the one who should have been long dead. Suddenly, the old man throws his head back, his body shudders, and droplets of blood burst from beneath his clenched teeth. The sunset rays will paint the heart of the forest crimson as the darkness leaves it, and the 2 stars will part, then meet again. Crimson. Crimson. The fading light can still be saved. The priest covers his face with his hands and breathes slowly, finally coming to his senses. Forgive this servant, Sky Herald. The waking dreams are often the most painful. That's strange. I can't see or hear anything from the other side. But I'll go ahead and say it since nobody else wants to. I don't like this one bit. So if the darkness leaves the forest, something bad will happen? I thought it was usually the other way around. Tell me about your tribe. We are the children of the Fiery Mother and the Pale Father who look after us day and guard us by night. Okay, Fiery Mother is the sun. Pale Father is the moon, I guess. The faithful servants of the two-headed eagle god who shield our lands from misfortune with his wings. We are the ungone forest-dwelling children of the earth and the guardians of the temple of Quetzaltemer, the first starborn to have ever set foot on the virgin soil of this land. Either my memory's as empty as an amasec decanter after a party, or I've heard this before. Hey, Bluebell. Tell me about Leads Ahead. Leads Ahead is the half-sister of this servant of smoke, fire, and ash. She was the first to emerge from the mother's womb and thus named the next ruler of the tribe. And this servant was the shield to fend off disasters from his ruler. Many years later, when the gift of the eagle god awakened inside this servant, Leads Ahead named her brother the priest of her tribe. Your way of speaking is strange, like your sister's. The The old man looks down embarrassed. Forgive the servants of Quetzalcoatl for their speech, O Starborn. No matter how much the ancestors tried to pass the language of the gods on to the descendants, the tribes seldom use it, for the gods only descend from their heavenly palace not more often than once in 3 life dwells. Other questions? Take my leave. Leads ahead. You hear the Elder whisper some sort of prayer as you approach. Shelter your herd under your wing from the spirits of the darkness, O Eagle God. Dispel the darkness and show us the way on our arduous path, and bless your starborn scions. So who are you? The name of this ruler is Leads Ahead, O Starborn. And all of us, the Elder looks at the settlement, are the children of the Fiery Mother and the Pale Father who look after us by day and guard us by night. The faithful servants of the two-headed Eagle God who shields our lands from misfortune with his wings. We are the ungone, forest-dwelling children of the earth and guardians of the Temple of Quetzalcoatl, the first Starborn to have ever set foot on the virgin soil of this land. The Eagle God, you say? Is it his brand burned on your forehead? Oh, yes, the Elder nods respectfully. Many seasons have changed since this ruler received the Eagle God's blessing and became the leader of this tribe. Only those close to the gods are allowed to bear their brands, and this ruler is one of them. I have questions. I'm wondering if they're going to have any knowledge on this door that Adira wants to find. I thought that Quetzalcoatl was the name of this place, but you speak of it as if it were a figure from the past. The legends of this place claim that a long time ago, the first among the Starborn descended upon this world together with this ruler's ancestors, created the ancient cities and temples, and brought the blessing of the Eagle God unto these forests and lands. The fast-flowing time has erased the Starborn's name from the minds of the people, only his title remains, Quetzalcoatl, the first of the chosen, Sky Herald of the Eagle God, and the father of tribes. The flow of time is truly merciless to the meager memory of peasants. Cassia lets out a weary sigh and slightly rolls her eyes. According to the works of the archivist Zachary Fane III, Sebastian Winterscale was the first to discover this world for the Imperium subjects. Half a century later, an ark descended to the planet's surface, the Quetzalcoatl. Oh, is the name of the ship. Tell me about Speaks with Gods. Speaks with Gods is the priest of this tribe and this ruler's half-brother. He listens to the forest and calls to the earth, wards off the punishing lashes of the skies, and speaks with the Eagle God on behalf of our tribe. Before disappearing in the wandering forest, he told this ruler to prepare for your arrival. What else did he predict? Her gaze darkens. Quetzalcoatl is enraged by the invasion of the spirits from the darkness that have called a rain of fire and metal upon this world. He demands blood, and blood shall sate the soil. No matter the path chosen by the gods who have come to right the wrong. Speaks with Gods calls Caligos and me Starborn. Why? Because you are the sky heralds of the Eagle God, created by him, and the stars glow in the night sky's darkness. The ones who carry his seal in your image, clad in the armor of our ancestors' most ancient prophecies. How does your tribe manage to survive in these forests? Speaks with God hears the whispers of the leaves and can commune with the tree spirits. Speaks with Gods performs soothing rituals when Quetzalcoatl needs them, just like today, and that allows this ruler and her people to tread on safe paths. In a stern, brusque manner, Ulfar asks with interest. Offerings of game? Protective amulets on the trails? After receiving an affirmative answer, he gives a firm and satisfied nod. Good. You're doing it right. Enough questions. Leave without saying anything. May the Eagle God shelter you under his wing. Okay.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Lush overgrowth. Okay. Caligos. A nice walk that, wasn't it, Muck? You may have helped us navigate the living forest clutches, but don't let it go to your head. I would have managed by myself sooner or later. He chuckles then repeats, sooner or later. I have some questions. One day you two will grow sick of all the talking, and then you too will choose shooting Xenos on a wild planet over endless intrigue. Cheerful notes ring in Caligos' voice. Fine, we have plenty of time, so be it. I will give you a private audience. If dear Corda knew how close-knit we'd become, she would be surely branded us conspirators. I hear you have decided to oppose the Lord Inquisitor and the Corda dynasty. A Void Kraken may eat them both for all I care. Winterscale makes a wry face and clenches his fist in anger. Acting as if their war on heresy in the Expanse is just starting? Ha! I've been living it for decades, and I don't need an inquisitorial preacher, and I certainly don't need Incendia's goodwill. Tell me about Quetzaltemer. Your inquiries are curious to be sure. Quetzaltemer is a planet with a rather dreary backstory. A long time ago, it supplied my great-grandfather with tons of succulent fruits and thousands of cargo containers filled with the special building fiber processed from local forests. The population all lived in large cities a safe distance away from the tangled paths and trees, and then the quiet life was dashed by Xenos raids. They burned down the cities and shackled our people faster than our ships could help. In the end, our governor ran away, leaving the remaining people at the beast's mercy. The people, in turn, fled the big cities that attracted the Xenos, and that is how the forests that the rabble feared became their salvation. The planet fell into decay, there was no one to populate the cities, and there was no one to extract resources. Quetzaltemer expected 3 new arcs filled with settlers to arrive from the Imperium, but in 500 years, none of them ever reached the Expanse. What kind of dog is that, and can you pet it? Cyber Mastiff, you can try, but you'll lose your hand. Yeah, it is a dog with a whole bunch of implants, and he's a very good boy, and he is trained for battle. So, yeah, there was actually someone in the story that pet it, and they didn't, like, get permission first, and it mauled their hand. How did you survive in the forest all this time? The forests of Quetzaltemer are not like the jungles of Catachan, New Blood. The only thing that could kill you here is your own stupidity or an unfortunate coincidence in the form of stray Xenos or a rare predator. Rainwater for breakfast, nutritious larvae for lunch, and fermented fruit in place of wine for supper. One could not wish for better hunting grounds. Caligos laughs and falls silent, evidently unwilling to share the details. I saw the corpse of your seneschal at the forest camp. The old man was a weakling, and that is why he's dead. That's what happens when you can no longer fulfill your duty to your master. Wharton grins in contempt, his entire being expressing his disdain for the seneschal. Awareness succeeded. Caligos carries himself with an air of indifference, but the sudden furrows on his forehead betray his regret. Many fine warriors have perished on this hunt. Raise a toast to their name when you can. I have noticed your people look utterly woebegone, while you do not have a single scratch on you. That means that my people are weaklings, and I shall change that soon. As for me, I have been of stout constitution since the day I was born. At first, Caligos shrugs his shoulders indifferently, but after looking closer at his companions, he raises his brows in surprise. It seems the rogue traders just realized the validity of your words. Let us discuss the Eldari problem. You care about them that much, New Blood? He bellows in disdain. Go ahead then. Try to convince me the vile Xeno scum deserve the mercy of Caligos Winterscale. But remember, you only get one chance to try. I mean... What? Why do I want to convince him to not fight Eldari that are attacking his worlds? This is weird. Fellowship. I don't know what to do here, so I'm just gonna pick a fight. Interesting. The Winterscale I've heard of would have never thrown his protector at Takorda so easily. Failed. That was 80%. His smile twists into a wicked grin. I do not tell you how to run the affairs of your dynasty. You should keep your nose out of mine as well. If that was your argument for the Xenos, alas, you have miscalculated, New Blood. I do not wish to discuss it any further. Alright. It is time to go seeking Eldari. It's about time, Muck. Caligos gives you a friendly pat on the shoulder and summons his retinue with a gesture. It may take a while to find their trail, but Wharton here has a keen eye, and his sense of smell can rival any old dog. We will do just fine, especially with the forest being on our side now. Let's go and try not to fall behind. Hoping I haven't missed the door yet. I would imagine it's still ahead.
One step at a time, amidst the
Demolition.
Alexia, would he be proud? Am I?
Cloak of Mercy. Plus 10% to dodge. I think she... Did she have a cloak? Oh, she had the pack food thing. No capes. Eldari Guardian. A stately Eldari warrior steps forward, calmly looking at the intruders. His armor and his adornments gleam in the sun despite the traces of dried mud and caked-on blood. Not a step further, Mankay. The smooth voice of the Xenos sounds out of place in the rough wilderness of Quetzaltemer. I grant you the mercy of leaving the emerald halls of the children of Asuriam. Begone, and never return. Nocturne of Oblivion. Oh, the Harlequin's here? Vain rhetoric, a masterful display. Your temper, brother of mine, you ought to quell. Bravado has no place within this play. Indeed, the merchants proved this all too well. This actor's excellence who did alight upon the stage now will this piece complete, by choosing a finale opposite, who shall survive and who their doom shall meet. Nocturne of Oblivion's mournful horned mask avidly tracks your face. It is difficult to say with certainty, however, you are of the opinion that Nocturne of Oblivion's disposition toward you is better than that of his kin. I do not know about you, Muk, but these Xenos bastards are giving me the creeps. Caligo shifts his excited gaze from the Eldari warrior to the solitaire and back. This one in the motley. I want to kill him. Now. Wharton the Grey bares his teeth in anticipation and clutches the hilt of his sword. Look around the Eldari camp. The Xenos have made their camp among the ruins of an ancient city of the Imperium. Only the alien growths of the Xenotech and the wreckage of the Eldari ship disturb the picture of the centuries-old devastation and rebirth. Despite their affected ease, most of the Xenos are pushing themselves to their limit. They are exhausted, nervous, and frightened, even if they hide it well. This may have eluded your companions, but not you. Dogmatic. You are guilty before this world and the Imperium. The time of retribution is at hand. 30 dogmatic for that. What? That's the... I got 30 dogmatic when I decided the fate of a planet earlier. And I will become your scourge. Caligos howls. His eyes are brimming with inhuman fury. Purge Quetzaltemer of filth. Blood for the rogue trader's throne. Blood for the rogue trader's throne.
Curious creatures. Oh, I wish to vivisect you.
Player?
You dare oppose us?
We could fight Nocturne? I figured Nocturne would teleport away, honestly. I thought he would dip out. Where's Adira? Okay, there she is. Wait. Okay, that's fine.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Emperor, give me strength.
We all walk our own path.
Okay, Adira.
On it.
AoE regen.
What?
Warp speed.
Was that you? Or...
Iron arms.
Will do.
Forewarning.
Anything else?
Free science. Alright, that's all she can do right now. J.
2 are better than 1.
Medical signal.
I can never cross a Kazbalik.
A pitiful attempt.
I'd like to, but I can't. Tell me, and it is done.
Will do.
Buff that area. Taunt him.
Wicked thought. Let's see.
You will pay dearly.
That's why you get so much dogmatic points. Nocturne is a solitaire. Those guys are able to casually body Space Marines. They're about equal with Custodes. He seemed like such an important character, and we've seen him just kind of teleport away before. That I honestly thought that when I attacked these other guys, the solitaire was just gonna like fade away and just leave the others to die. So I was kind of surprised that he didn't. Maybe he still will though. Whoa! Yo, Wharton! Oh my god! Wharton is going all over the place right now.
I can't stand it. Dare you! I'll return this favorite head forward.
Stop it!
With sublime purpose.
There it is, blood for the blood god. And he swung like 14 times and missed all of them.
As honor ordains. There is only death. Yours or mine. Death comes in silence.
He parried that? There's like a fountain of blood. Carnival of Misery.
Fear. May their blades be sharp.
Scars adorn our bodies.
I shall not fail.
Wolves reign.
Well, he can't shoot because this guy's in his face right now. So we've got to move him a little bit.
The wolf is on the hunt. See how the wolf succeeds. Now my hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
Schemes within the schemes. Fate claims another one. Let's see. A genius at work.
Suffering deepens the art.
What if?
Alright, got 2 hits on him. Alright, Cass. Finest hour on Adira.
Paint your death in colors.
Anything else?
Scream.
On in operator.
Scream. Ah, she exploded! Dang it, Adira. Stop exploding.
Will do. Anything farewell.
My grand finale.
But of course.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may,
Anything else?
You seek reprisal where there could be peace, and raise the blade of vengeance. I couldn't read all that in time. Alright, I was half right. He did dip. You seek reprisal where there could be peace and raise the blade of vengeance overhead. Which hardship will rain down upon your house? That blade is I, until we meet again. So he did, in fact, dip out.
Do.
I serve the ruined powers. Your end is near.
Bloody throne.
Whoa.
My soul.
A lot of damage. What? It says there's 2 enemies left. Oh, wow, they are way over there.
I will leave
Meow.
the Prince
Hi.
of Scarlet, as honor ordains.
You are not gonna like this.
Trust me, it brings me no pleasure. My blade whispers your name, as it let your tongue the other side.
It said quest failed. Caligos Winterscale. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Caligos Winterscale is standing in the heart of an abated battle, covered head to toe in the blood of his enemies. His excited smile gradually twists into a grin, and his glazed eyes emanate an alarming coldness. The Xeno scum struggle to the very end. Now that's what I call a hunt. It's a shame I missed the garishly dressed one. I wish I could have cracked his horned mask along with his skull. Wharton the Great nods at every word of his master, licking the fresh blood off a thin blade. Blood for the rogue trader's throne? Did I hear that right? Here, what? Winterscale shrugged his shoulders incredulously. I don't remember saying that, but anything could trip off the tongue in the heat of battle. Your style of combat is interesting. Better than yours, that's for sure. His tone is provoking. There's nothing better than raw power and direct blows. Standing face to face with your foe with axe in hand, breathing in the fear of rage, crushing them with your own body. Only in such moments do I truly feel mortal and exhilaratingly alive. I bet I killed Melor Eldari than you did. Do my ears deceive me? A challenge? For me? He roars with laughter. I usually don't count my foes in the middle of a battle, but we'll make a wager next time. This has been a riveting hunt, Caligos. You and I now share a bond of battle muck. Let me know if you ever feel like shooting Xenos, and I might just bless you with my company. He winks at you. And I, in turn, will have no choice but to invite you on my future hunts. What now? Silver sparks flash at this ends of Speaks with God's hair, distracting Caligos from the conversation. The priest shudders as if from cold, moans, claws at his face with his nails, and throws his head back to face the sky. In the Deadlands, there is a monster whose body is made up of bodies sewn together with rusty threads. It waits for a fallen star, trembles, hides, and guards a secret that is darker than a starless sky. A secret about the past and the thoughts about the future. The priest's violet eyes glow cold, and return to their original color a moment later. His gaze dims, and he comes back to his senses, blinking apologetically. Throne's gold. I forgot how much excitement you can have with an unsanctioned psyker. Winterscale smiles as if pleased, as if a rare treasure had jumped into his hands all by itself. Let's call this my parting gift to you, Muck. You wanted horror stories about the homunculus? Then it's off to the Deadlands for you. As for me, I will finally go to the Emperor's Vow, to my cozy cabin with a bottle of Calixian, Amasec, and a hot bath. I will see you among the stars, New Blood. Stay on your toes around the self-righteous, and try not to perish in the warp before our next meeting. Level up. I keep forgetting this game is based on Warhammer. That mix of magic and technology makes much more sense now. Yes. Yes, it is.
What lies beyond?
Dirt-covered Vox. You know, Stanzo, I miss the times when fire cultivators were only used for working in fields. Back then I thought, by the throne, damn that forest, can't take your eyes off it for a tick or else it'll mess with production. But nowadays, the damn forest is the only thing that can defend people. Who'd have guessed? And we, the Silverius, are the only ones who can pass through it. If we have our fire cultivator intact, that is. I did hear, though, that one of the astropaths managed to lead a group of 50 people through the brush, but nobody has heard from them since. The enemies of humanity got them, didn't they? Come meet us halfway. I'm leading a new group and the Promethium in my cultivator is running out. And did they make it?
They will see.
Oh,
Yes, indeed. They all will see.
Fortune smiles on us. An ill omen.
Craft World, Origin, Eldari Guardian Mesh Armor. Camo Cloak. While adjacent to full cover, the dodge chance is calculated without considering enemies' perception value. Okay.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
That's the Valencia shuttle. That's the forest settlement. So how do we get to the Deadlands? Alright, we gotta level up, though. Kind of got all of the things I really wanted from this list, so now we're kind of down to the skills. I guess cleansing for the dog. Power armor proficiency. I haven't found any power armor, but certainly could be fun if we find some. Okay, let's see. Kinetic module. Whenever an extra turn is granted in a 4-cell radius around the servo skull, until the end of combat, the Overseer gains 3 fellowship and has damage increased by bonus damage stacks. Ooh. That's cool. Love scaling stuff. Okay. Archmilitant can use 2-handed ranged weapons within melee range, but with -10 to ballistic skill. Oh, that was an issue in the previous fight where he couldn't shoot because something was like right in his face. You know what? Sure, that could be useful. That could be useful. Higher crit chance when shooting targets that are bleeding. Kibula does bleeding on like everything after a turn. Acute pain, I guess. Again, we've gotten most of the good stuff, so now we're down to like the dregs. Okay, and Cass. What we got? There's a faults. Disputed zone. Enemies the same context. They're going to strategize max feelings, dodge a parry. Using a stratagem on rear. Combat tactics area. Grants all allies 3 deflection against the next one they suffer. Backline. Mobility. Personal combat zone. Allies, including the Grand Strategist, that are in the same combat tactics area with the Grand Strategist, gain 4 perception and agility. Sure. Sure, that's fine. Navigator stuff. Perilous ways. Force moving enemies make them take damage, and we just got an AoE skill that force moves a group of them. Let's see. Ring Song says, I downloaded Yours 2 again. I'm trying to figure out what new character to make. I have most classes except Ranger and Revenant, and I thought to try Rev. Then I got reminded that their two-hand hammer is a ranged weapon. Yes. And their scepter is a melee weapon. They keep it interesting. Let's see. We get Thriving in Peril. And Critical Healing. Okay. Alright, quick save so that we've done that. Fun fact, the reason Ulfar makes all those wolf references is because Ulfar is a Norse name that means wolf father or wolf warrior. That might be where they got the Ulfar name.
There will be no peace.
But he's a member... Oh god, what is it? He's a member of a group of space... Is it Space Wolves? He's a member of a group of space marines that are... People joke that they're furries, because they're all about, like, wolves. Like, they refer to themselves as a pack. And their young ones are cubs. Things like that. The Void Ship Bridge. Alright, I'm wondering if the Deadlands is, like, another drop point on this planet. They're called Vilka Fenrika. Everyone else just calls them Space Wolves. Hello, hello. Hey, Jarmon. Okay. So now if I click on the planet again, I'm wondering if the Deadlands is there somewhere else. I'm guessing that's it. Homunculus Laboratory. You can hear the anxiety in Adira's voice, even over the Vox connection. Lord Captain, we found it. The door is so close I can practically feel its metal handle in my hand. The voices are whispering over each other in both my ears. I can barely make out what they're saying. Please, take me with you. They keep telling me I won't get another chance, and I believe them. It's now or never. Remind me, what is it you want to find there? The door, for my visions. There's something behind it. Something that can help me deal with my powers for good. I can't even find the words to express how important it is to me, and I've got plenty of words in my head right now, believe you me. Very well, we will go there at once. Thank you, Lord Captain. I'll owe you until the day I die. You can hold me to that. Well, door, I'll see you soon. Okay. Yo, Mug. Hi, Face Stat. How you doing? That's a morbid loading screen. Let's see. They have a gene seed mutation called the Canis helix. Oh, so so you're saying that they literally have some, like, furry DNA. Cargo.
And done.
Cargo. A thick layer of ancient dust covers the walls, floor, and equipment.
One step at a time.
What was that? Lord Captain, the voices are so noisy. They're calling me. The door must be around here. We need to go farther, deeper.
What a shame.
Scarlet forbidding sign blaze on the vid screen. Someone has placed a seal of silence on the cogitator. Oh my god, what are those? Okay, hold on. Let's check the other path first.
Let us see what I found. I'm still new to the art of exploring.
I do what I must.
Stop. There.
Whisper and be heard.
What
The web
lies beyond?
serves. The web beckons. Just as I was taught.
Disarm that. Toxic flamer. Does toxin and burning.
My warp sight reveals something.
Blood is my life. Death is my duty. Just as he ordained.
Strange notes. The notebook contains detailed observations, formulae, and diagrams, and is thickly covered in a viscous greenish liquid. Almost all the pages are firmly glued together, their contents turned into blurry stains. Rarement 78. Outcome, failure, object capable of maintaining minimal vital, falls short of every requirement, degree of sickle abnormalities and deformities unacceptable. Failure. Upon being removed from the capsule, the subject's vital ceased in an excruciating manner following a brain hemorrhage and multiple internal bleeding. Experiment 13. Outcome. Partial success. Specimen capable of maintaining basic vital but only if continually neurally stimulated by means of drilling through the elbow, knee, and hip joints. Experiment 21. Outcome. The last X subjects conform to the minimum requirements, but their capabilities are limited. They are incapable of fear, no capacity of the original organism. Are we gonna, like, lobotomize Adira to fix her problem?
My nerves are frayed.
I've been watching you divine using the Emperor's tarot. And do you know what? I think you have this Psyker's gift, sister.
Hold your tongue, or you will be punished for blasphemy, witch. I have the blessing of the Undying One upon me, not the perversity with which you are tainted.
Dang! Okay. The furnishings are clearly fitted for a human comfort, but everything is covered in a thick layer of dust.
In this tapestry.
Oh, Cabela, I think you might be a singer.
I am the
Don't touch me.
thread.
Alright, quick save.
Let us see
What
what I
a
found.
curious specimen.
Are you challenging me, Phil?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. not a servitor.
How nice of you all to group up.
Me,
Blarg!
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Just have her wait until buffs go out. Okay. That doesn't reach everybody?
Let's see what you can do.
And that doesn't reach the back ones. And that, what? It doesn't even reach her. She's right next to it.
Will do.
Wait, did she get it? No, she didn't. That's so weird. Like, she's right next to the bird, and she's not getting hit with the AoE buffs. Neither is Jay. I'm angry about this.
On it. But of course.
Come. Wolves reign. So it shall be. Feel the icy bite of death. No, I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. So shall it be.
Don't quote. I want a medal for that one. Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow. Am I getting paid for this?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
A wicked thought.
Uh,
Let's see.
Just have him and the dog stay here for now.
I, as duty demands. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'll show
Give
you
Ulfar another
why
turn.
navigators are feared.
Confidence knows no
Disgrace. So I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. My instincts tell me to refuse.
If I may? Me. If you insist.
Feel the icy bite of death! So it shall be.
She got buffed earlier, right? Yeah, she did. Alright, says there's 3 enemies left. Where are the other 2? I see the big guy. Oh, they're over there. Hi!
A dance of blades and shadows.
Splat!
As honor ordains.
The thing with the bird is really odd. So see, now the bird is hitting. It's like there's something invisible here that's blocking line of sight.
Was that you? Or
I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! None can do this better. So it shall be.
Never cross a custom. Wanna see a trick?
See, I will carve rules.
Think that's the
out
last
of your
one?
bones.
Yep. Dude, that was like fish in a barrel.
hey, what's that?
Box of goods. Is the buff within the bird's line of sight or AoE around the bird? It's... I mean, either way, they were right next to it on the same level of ground. It should have worked. But, yeah, it's been fickle in the past with stairwells. Like, if I have, like, people here and someone on a staircase, it won't hit both, but I've never seen it do that on like flat ground. Maybe I should have brought Pascal. That's 2 machines that we have failed to investigate because I didn't have Pascal here.
See. Oh yes, they all will see.
A job for me.
The deformed, feeble, and crazed creature is a pitiful and clearly unviable copy of the Homunculus Tervantius. From a distance, the creature resembles a homunculus, but upon closer inspection, it's more like a bad caricature of one. The wearer's Melta weapon attacks cost -1 AP and Melta weapon range increased by 2. Don't have anyone using Melta, but cool helmet if we were.
There will be no peace in my way.
Athletics check. We're close. I can feel the door handle in my hand. What? Yes, yes, I hear you. My sweet whispers, just guide us, please. There's a door straight ahead. Is that the door? Adira stares intently at the solid wall in front of her, shifting from foot to foot and biting her nails. The wall looks like an ordinary plasteel and rockcrete surface, no different from any other here. Lord Captain, this is it. The place for my visions, even the scratches on the walls are the same except for one thing. She points at the wall. That's where the door is supposed to be. The one I keep opening in my dreams every night. I've seen this moment so many times it feels more real to me than I am. My visions couldn't have lied to me. Are you sure you are not mistaken? We can search for a while longer. I've never been more sure in my life. This is the spot. What if I just... Adira steps closer to the wall and reaches out toward the non-existent door. As if in a trance, she clenches her fingers as if gripping an invisible handle and slowly turns it. You hear a click. She mimed pulling a handle? A violent ripple tears through the space around the wall. A cacophony of whispers makes your skin crawl from head to toe like an unseen wave emanating from twisted, broken reality. Uneven rays of impossible, nauseating light break through the rockcrete, forming the silhouette of a doorway. Eventually the vision passes and you can clearly see a door where a blank wall used to be. Adira turns to you with a wide and somewhat deranged smile. Lord Captain, we found it. It's the door. Exactly like the ones in my visions, which means my salvation is close. Except, she frowns in concern, except it wasn't hidden by some force field contraption. It was a powerful warp barrier. I could never have removed something like that. It's like our arrival was expected and now they're inviting us in. We'd best be ready. Someone who knows their witchcraft is waiting inside. My faith in the Emperor is stronger than any warp trickery. He protects us. Adira awkwardly clears her throat and nods, not looking too convinced. I hope you're right, Lord Captain. Taking a lightning bolt to the gut is something I'd like to avoid, so here's hoping the Emperor doesn't have anything more important to protect right now.
One and it's done.
Curiosity
Sings in my veins. The cage bars and floor are covered and caked on blood. The Xenos torture device has been placed out in the open. It clearly sees regular use. Okay, so if you came here and didn't have Adira, I'm guessing the mission continues that way. So I'm guessing this isn't going to dead end. Hey, thank you. Now, once again, chat, this is content I've never seen before. So, not only, it's not just like rusty for me, I haven't seen it at all, because Adira was dead at this point in my story last time.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
I had a brother like you. Stubborn rascal he was. A merry fellow, and a singer. Anyway, I
The
know
Vizier.
your type.
Would he be proud?
If any of
Am
my
I?
things go
Shame and dishonor.
I assure you, my lord.
Oh, he's talking to
I
Jay.
would never dream of doing such a thing. Why are you acting so suspicious?
My
Have
body
you
was
lost
suffering?
something? Take a closer look in your cell. I'm sure you'll find it.
What
I wasn't
lies
sure who he
beyond
was talking to. He's like, I had a brother like you once. He liked to sing and he stole my stuff. If any of my stuff goes missing, I'm like, who is he talking to? And it was Jay. Disfigured bodies hang all over this old maintenance bay like worthless slabs of meat. For which the owner could find no better use.
My warp sight reveals something.
My pleasure.
The tank was shattered from the inside by an unthinkable force.
They will see. Oh, yes.
Revolting
indeed.
biomass, some elements of which
They
can be interpreted as human
will
features,
see.
floats in the green liquid.
Do you see that?
A job for me.
Cargo.
Let us see what I found.
Another bomb.
What a shame.
Jay got blasted.
What torments you?
Let's see. Medkit.
Your time has not yet come.
I owe you a debt.
Drained Farseer. You see a contorted, agony-racked Eldari, or more accurately, something that resembles one. Dozens of scars and sutures cover its face. The sight of its misaligned joints moving under its skin makes your stomach turn, and its singular eye looks devoid of sanity. And yet, as you examine the creature's tattered clothes, you can still recognize, albeit with some difficulty, the ceremonial raiment of a Farseer. Oh. Too bad Yurliat's not here. At last, my deliverance. Monkey? The disgrace. The humiliation of falling at the hand of a lesser creature. Enough. The anticipation of this moment is all that has allowed me to retain a vestige of reason. End me now. Who are you? A hollow shell forced into servitude. Every thread of my being calls out to me, urging me to claim your lives, only stopping by the fading remnants of my former self. Quickly, I demand that you give me death to me and break the shackles of this nightmare. The Farseer's crooked fingers reach for his temples, and now you notice the sinister-looking device on his head. Translucent threads coil in a strange, sickening patterns around the Eldari's temples, sinking into the skin on his face, neck, and clavicles. In the dim, cold light of the laboratory, the device resembles glistening carrion worms that are mercilessly drinking the Xenos mind dry. Adira gives you a puzzled glance. I think that's what we're here for? I can barely see the Xenos' aura in the warp. Must be the work of that thing on his head. So what are you? Tervantius' plaything. The Master used me by means of that which now entangles my mind and bends me and my powers to its will. I am the tool that conceals his lair from prying eyes with the energies of the Veil. Had the Monkey Seer not heard my pleas for help, you would have never found me. Your pleas for help? The Eldari doubles over in an anguished paroxysm, his voice ringing like a taut string. My silent cries pierced the veil and sent visions of this prison beyond its walls. They carried with them all my dreams of deliverance and liberation. Is that not the reason for your coming? Adira bursts out laughing, her voice hoarse and hysterical. Oh, this half-baked guff is killing me. What, does that mean it wasn't my own salvation I saw in my dreams? It was this half-dead Xenos' deliverance? Come off it! Don't you buy any of this crap, Lord Captain. He's just trying to mess with our heads. I have no reason to lie to you, Monkey. However, your beliefs are of no matter. You're already here, which means I will finally die. I have never been merciful to a Xenos. I have no desire to start now. Let him suffer until death claims him. Yo, Ulfarla is like, I love killing Xenos, but I want it to hurt. He was tortured by the same Xenos who held you captive and brutally murdered your friends. You are comrades in misfortune in a way. Don't you have any sympathy for him at all? Wasn't Tervantius the guy that was in Comoro and he was like a crazy surgeon? Comrades? What in the Kraken's arsehole are you talking about? Ulfar shakes his head perplexed. I am a descendant of the Allfather, and he is a vile inhuman. Compare me with a knife made of honest plasteel, broken in the homunculus's hand, and you will find more similarities than I have with this wretch. He can suffer. You can see he is no commoner. He has no doubt had done his share of vile deeds in his life. I shall grant you a swift death. Let it be so. The Farseer rises from his knees in a jerking motion, like a broken marionette, and takes a step forward toward you with glassy eyes. His frail fingers move as if tugged by invisible strings, and the mutilated bodies of the twisted creatures in the tank start convulsing synchronously. In the frightening unison, their unblinking eyes shift to you. Oh. Oh no! Oh no, everything's getting up. Is that supposed to happen?
Let's see how to dismember you properly.
Wait, why did he go hostile? I thought you wanted a quick death. What the heck? Friggin' Xenos. Always lying.
Around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? If I may.
Brands of face, guide me, heal my wounds. You will pay dearly for your actions.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Born predator, my wounds not become prey. We all walk our own path.
Alright. Yeah, it hits everyone.
Anything else?
Regen.
Will do.
Warp speed. Forewarning. Ow! A Dangadadira! Wait, did she lose the rest of her turn? I wasn't done. Okay, no, we just got hit by lightning. Awesome. Alright, well, we'll just do AoE heal next. Iron Arm. Free Science.
Will do. On it, be gone. No.
Lightning again.
She's choking me.
Quiet, Whispers. It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself. Let's see what you can do.
Stop.
Was that you? Or
So much lightning.
Skitya! My time destroy! I'll return to
So much lightning. So much lightning. How many dude, this guy's taking like 6, 7 turns already. Stop it. What in the heck has this guy got? It's just like, just whenever he feels like it, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna take another turn.
Trust me. I feel nothing. Fear nothing. I shall not fail.
Well, that's disappointing.
The undying Emperor whispers his will.
No, keep hitting him. That's not how I wanted you to dance.
Is a blessing.
Okay, is it just like, maybe it's like whenever we take a turn?
I bring mercy in retribution.
Or like whenever we kill something, he gets a turn or something like that? It seems like that might be it.
Trust me. Let your soul be purged. The shadows will caught by the web. As the tenants demand.
Okay, got him.
The sign awaits.
So, feel the resistance to someone lesser. None can do better than a in disgrace. As is thunder, my strike is I will carve runes out of your bones. So shall it be.
All right, he took a few down.
My. It's time for them to run, my sweet.
Medical signal.
Tell me, and it is done.
We'll do what an unfortunate turn of fate.
Where's the bird? Oh, it's too far away. All right, relocate the bird back here.
It's my toy.
Heal through the bird. Oh my god, I did an AoE heal and triggered Perils of the Warp and did AoE damage. That is the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen. Dude, her perils are supposed to be like a 5% higher chance. I feel like it's 30.
Damn! What was the command again? Oh, right.
Join the ancestors.
Ah.
A maelstrom of madness!
Ancient, heal my wounds.
Why can't you move? You haven't used your movement yet. I guess he's immobilized by something.
I can see. You've got a jar hater. Remember the name.
For your actions.
Oh, here we go.
How wicked, Lord.
Heal my wounds. My spirit.
Alright, he done.
Step by step, I lead. What if?
Alright, that's the last one.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I with grace, at least.
Defeat the Farseer complete. Adira carefully pulls the threads of the Psy Stifler out of the Farseer's breathless body. The strange device glimmers ominously in her hands, and it is difficult to tell in the dim light if its threads are moving on their own or if it is because her whole body is trembling. Terrified and confused, Adira looks at the device, then at you, and then at the dead Eldari. That's Xenos. Mukluk, did you see his eyes right before he attacked us? It was like there was no light left in them. And it's all because of this thing. I don't want to die, but I don't want to live like that either. If it means I'll stop being myself, then what's the point? Kill her? A psyker with a Xeno artifact in her head? Just kill her. Put on the implant. Do not waste another moment. You must survive no matter the cost. Must I? What if I become like him? A soulless puppet that doesn't care about anything or anybody anymore? Lord Captain, I think it's time I accepted it. Nothing can save me, and that's okay. I'm scared, I'm absolutely terrified, but I don't need any whispers to understand that the right thing to do is to break this thing and stop chasing phantasms. Lore warp succeeded and persuasion 100%. You are 2 steps away from becoming a portal. It pains me to say this, but the SAH Stifler is our only chance of preventing that. Good point. What if I blow up when I'm right next to you or someone else I care about? I've been so focused on saving my own selfish soul, I completely forgot. You're right. I have to stop being a danger to those around me. Oh! Her picture changed. The moment the SAH Stifler touches Adira's temples, dozens of wriggling crystal threads shoot out of the device and sink into her skin. She screams in pain, clutching her head as the squirming contacts bore into her flesh. Eventually it passes, and all you can hear is Adira's heavy breathing. Received SAH Stifler. Decreases... Wait, what? Decreases the wearer's psi rating by 1. Oh. At the start of the wearer's turn, Veil Degradation is decreased by 2. That's pretty awesome. This item cannot be unequipped. But it doesn't help with the random explosions? Well, that's it done. It's so quiet. The voices, they're still here, but it's nothing like the clamor I lived in before. They were so loud I couldn't even drown them out with the best Obscura. And now I can silence them whenever I want. Are you alright? How are you feeling? I'm perfectly fine. I don't remember the last time I felt so good. Adira looks focused and somewhat puzzled, as if still trying to process what exactly just happened. I'm fine really, except I feel like there's something's missing. This thing probably just takes some getting used to. My pals behind the door threw a fit when I put it on. They started whispering all kinds of horror stories, as per usual. Well, I just shut them up and closed the door a little. It's the first time in my whole life I've been able to do that. Let's keep going then, Lord Captain. Not much else to do here. Once we get back to the ship, please let me know when you got time so we can talk properly. Interesting. Okay. Is there any other loot in here? What is this?
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
It's like guys saying. The tank is filled with a repulsive green liquid containing a mutilated figure. It is difficult to say whether you're looking at a Xenos, a mutant, or a machine. That's odd. It's almost as if she's become a sanctioned psyker all of a sudden. I don't really... I know that a sanctioned psyker is one that is permitted to exist by the Imperium. And they typically have more control. I don't know exactly what they go through when they become sanctioned. So I'm not sure how similar this is to their process. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. I'm curious now. Warhammer 40k. What happens when a psyker becomes sanctioned? In Warhammer 40k, when a psyker becomes sanctioned, it means they have been deemed strong enough and stable enough to control their psychic abilities and are deemed fit to serve the Imperium of Man. Sanctioned psykers are not simply allowed to roam free. They are inducted into various roles within the Imperium, often involving service in the Imperial Guard, the Adeptus Astra Telepathica, or even Inquisition. Psykers deemed promising are taken to facilities like the Scholastica Psychana or Black Ships to be tested, trained, and sanctioned. Sanctioning involves a process that involves the Emperor, which fortifies the psyker against dangers of the warp. This process is not fully understood, but is described as imparting a sliver of the Emperor's power to the psyker. Psyker undergo rigorous training to control their powers, manage the warp, and prevent accidental or deliberate uses of their abilities to harm the Imperium. Let's see. In such and such book, no particular details of the experience are given, but it does take several years of testing, among other things, and this testing takes place after it's been determined whether you are to go as feed for the Emperor or are too unstable to handle the voices. Dark Heresy 1st Edition had the most charming sanctioning side effects table, from which we may infer that it's not precisely a restful process. Dark Heresy 1E also notes that sanctioned psykers have, as part of starting equipment, a sanctioning brand and a Psychana Mercy Blade. Given what we have, I am reasonably certain that the vast majority of psykers are taken to Terra, tested, and sanctioned there. This is for maximum convenience, as a portion of these psychers will be chosen to become astropaths, and those definitely need to be taken into the presence of the Golden Throne for soul binding, which is a distinct process to sanctioning, although it's related. Another portion are, of course, required to feed the Emperor, and a portion of the strongest and most stable are required for the Grey Knights, which multiple such needs in soul. It's most convenient to take the largest possible holopsychers to Terra. Okay. So it seems like even the diehard fans, they're trying to piece it together. It's kind of vague.
Stop. There.
One and it's done.
The corpse in Tech Priest garb was shot in the head, more likely a cold-blooded execution than death in combat. The call panel is unresponsive for the elevator.
My warp sight reveals something.
My pleasure.
Hello. my character is photobombing. What? There's so many of him. It is him. Yeah, okay. Tyrantius the Arch Machinator. You're looking at several completely identical homunculi at work. A disturbing sight. The indistinguishable and familiar faces turn their attention toward you morosely and almost indifferently. The homunculi start talking over one another. You! One of them hisses through his teeth. How dare you! Echoes another. Show up here alive, a third one finishes. This is even better, though. Now I'll cleanse the shame of my death with your blood, and then transform you and the scum you brought along into something useful. You killed Tyrantius the Arch Machinator once before in the Dark City of the Drukhari. Okay, so did I kill a clone? Are these clones? They're colors. Horrible, frightening, tattered shades. Only a madman could do something like that to himself. Cassia looks away, horrified. Kibella's eyes flash. You! I've been praying for my thread to cross your loathsome path. You will die as many times as you made me die. Yeah, that was pretty horrifying. Lord Xenos, observe. The homunculi are twitching slightly, as though from invisible electric impulses. They look virtually identical, yet each seems to be missing something. A limb, an implant, even a facial feature or two. The single gaze of the many faces no longer seems full of haughty superiority only. Some kind of a shared defect also shows in it. I see you have found new company, Tyrantius. I haven't finished yet! The homunculi breaks into psychotic laughter. One corporeal shell is too few. Deplorably, unacceptably few. Once my work is complete, not one monkey in the world will be able to destroy me completely. Good. That means I can add a new note of agony to your every death, and I won't repeat myself even once. Look at that despicable Ashmag, Shireen. He still has hope of surviving our meeting. The hole in the ceiling is a peculiar design choice. What happened here? The identical faces look annoyed and spiteful. For a moment it seems the homunculi are about to reply in unison, but a barely perceptible electrical impulse stops them. One of them scoffs and mutters through his teeth. Just more proof of how unreliable partnerships with lower life forms are. Awareness success. You noticed one of the homunculi glance at the hole in the ceiling. Fury contorts the Xenos' face. Tyrantius is unable to hide his anger at what happened. Whoever did it, and whatever it was they did, it enraged him. I killed you with my own hands. An indulgent chuckle rolls like a wave from one homunculus to the other. They answer all at once, an ominous choir filling up the room. Have you forgotten that I am a master of flesh who has transcended death itself? Do you think it would befit me to let a monkey cut my path short? Am I talking to one Tyrantius or several? Is each of you a separate individual? One? Many? What difference does it make? I'm on my way toward infinity, specimen. Toward genuine, limitless immortality. I saw the body of a dead tech priest in this lab. Where did he come from? Explain. The homunculi are quiet and then they start to giggle. The revolting sound makes your skin crawl. Scary, isn't it? The thought that you're not the only monkey who serves me? Try and guess, specimen. Try and guess. Death to Xenos scum. You're different from others of your species, specimen. This time around, I want to study you much, and I mean much more thoroughly, which necessitates your death. I hope dying once isn't enough for you either.
What a curious specimen.
You'll suffer exquisitely.
He's sending dudes! I guess they're supposed to be coming out of the tubes. Okay. But the skulls there is a block. Alright, I'm hoping I can reach everyone with buffs when we get to that point.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Deliver us! Isn't this a job
One
for
down.
the serfs?
Let's see.
As honor ordains. I will not die in dishonor. Trust me.
2 down. Ow. Okay.
See. Feel the icy bite of death with such tasks. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. None can
Reload.
do this better
Nothing
than
else you can do this turn.
your All-Father. Nobody escapes us. Your suffering.
Whoa, there goes that cover.
Let's see.
Okay, Adira, this is what I've been waiting on, so let's do
What of course.
regen on the part.
There is only death.
She knocked herself out.
Or mine.
I cast regen, I had 5 more buffs to do, she knocked herself out. To say I'm upset is an understatement. So get back in the fight. Apparently, cure someone of stunned, and it doesn't work on knocking yourself out. Awesome. I'm very upset at her.
That one. Never cross a Kazbalikan.
My fury.
Am I getting paid for this?
Distress. Wolf's reign. See how the wolf succeeds.
I am as duty demands. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me, grace at least.
Admok, welcome to the most broken farming spot in the whole game. Every single one of those tube clones has equipment, and they spawn forever as long as you don't off the boss. Oh, farming like for money? Wait, I just realized Jay isn't unconscious. She's like dead. What? What did she do to herself? Or not Jay, sorry, Adira. What did she do? God dang it, where is it? What? Okay, Adira did her first buff on the party, triggered Perils of the Warp, and took 114 damage. Which is her exact maximum health. And just killed herself. And the warp bar was completely empty. So the odds of that happening should have been the lowest they possibly could have been. So after she got control of her powers, in the first turn of the first fight, she blew her own brain out. Oh my god. Dude, I didn't mind like a little bit of damage here and there, but that is a bit much.
Commands are more pleasant to give than to follow.
Oh, the tubes keep making eyes until you break the tubes. Oh my god. I wonder if the hat actually made her worse. Alright, give him an extra turns.
I shall prevail.
So I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! Wolves reign! My hand is thunder! My strike is ruin! So it shall be!
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Feel the icy bite of death!
As duty demands. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
The shadows will see it done, as the tenets demand.
You've unleashed my fury.
Like, I don't... That was such an insane thing. I don't know if that was just, like, the worst RNG in the world, or if that was some kind of scripted event. Like, for example, when we got Marzipan on the ship, and then the next time we did a warp jump, he went crazy, right? Like, that was scripted. I'm wondering if the next time you use the helmet in a fight, she's supposed to have, like, a massive feedback or something. And it's, like, really unfortunate that I took her to this fight. But that's insane. Like, in all the time that I have seen the warp errors happen, I have seen, like, damage to the party, knocking yourself down as you lose a turn, doing a huge knockback and knocking the team down so they lose turns, knocking one friendly really far away from you. I've seen summoning a demon. I have never seen someone just one-hit KO themselves from full health.
Comes play. See. By the wolf's eye, perish. So shall it be.
Wow. Those misses were unfortunate.
I am a taker. You are mine now. Tear your heart out for this.
We do have the regen at least.
A genius at work. Let's see.
Let me educate you on the art of pain. You are mine now.
Don't get too cocky.
I shall not fail. Trust me, as honor ordains. The shadows will see it done. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? Another foe painted.
Memory serves, every time Cass gets a killing blow, she gets a stacking buff, so I'll try to get her some of those.
I can never fight fair. Don't.
Work for a flesh crafter.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't witness the fury of House Orcelio?
You don't frighten me.
Cabela, Carnival, which dots all enemies on the map.
As honor ordains, this goes against the tenets. Death comes in silence, as the tenets demand.
You've unleashed my fury. So it shall be.
That's exactly what I was hoping would happen.
Wolves rage! I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Too bad. I'm
The dots
still
from Carnival
spectating.
going off right now. Oh, that guy died. Let's see.
Schemes within schemes.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
A wicked thought.
Okay, he's done.
What if? A genius.
I'm guessing
at
that's the
work.
original, or the leader one with the red bubble around him.
As honor ordains. Aim for the heart next time.
If I had used this skill, that would have been unparryable.
Cubs play. So none is better than a warrior of the All-Father. Die in disgrace.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
Move the servo skulls up.
Am I getting paid?
She can't reach, so just reload.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Warp curse, increase
I'm
all
not
damage this guy
accustomed to being
takes.
ordered around. If I may.
You will pay for
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Stronghold. I don't think this is gonna work on him. Oh, it did. He resisted it the last few times. She can't quite make it up there. Alright, I guess we'll just have her deal with this.
As honor ordains, the shadows will see it done. No. As honor ordains. Trust me, death is a blessing.
There we go.
Death is approaching.
He shot at her but missed.
I hunger for battle.
Does he have line of sight? No, he does not. In turn.
The storm approaches.
Can you use charge to get a bit further?
Another stroke of genius. A wicked thought.
What a pleasure.
I'm concerned the dog's not gonna reach that, so I'm just gonna put him on standby.
What if?
Living on the edge.
I did not mean to click there, but that's fine. Give cast an action.
I am a navigator. Another foe painted black.
There we go. Okay. Adira, you suck. You couldn't even get through the buffing phase without killing yourself. That is incredible. Like, I knew that having you on the team, there was some roulette, and there was a chance that you would CC us or do a little bit of damage, and I was like, oh, you know, we're at the point in the game where we got enough enough buffs on our butts to be able to regenerate through the damage. But, yeah, you just one-shotting yourself on turn 1 is insane.
In this tapestry of the world, I am the road.
You're right, it was a roulette. Russian roulette. Healing battle dance. Homunculus injector. Reinforced capitalite armor. Blood barrier emitter. At the start of their turn, the wearer recovers wounds equal to the number of bleeding creatures. If at least one wound was recovered that way, one fresh injury is removed from the wearer as well. I mean, she's bleeding constantly. Arch Machinator's Deceit. Whenever the wearer uses an attack that is of a different type than the previous attack, they gain momentum equal to resolve. Drakari equipment, though. The space around the hollow is littered with lumps of broken rockcrete. A feeble breeze blows through the ugly hole in the ceiling, stirring up whirlwinds of stone dust at your feet. The hole in the lab's vaulted ceiling and the hollow underneath it pointed to the obvious conclusion. Something broke into this room, ripped out a piece of the lab, and dragged it outside. You are for now mystified as to what it was. Awareness. Take a look. Through the piled up rocks, dirt, and thick dust, you are able to make out parts of fixtures that were ripped out of their sockets and thrown to the floor. Parts like these are used for fastening industrial girders in place at large manufactorums around the Imperium. Demolition, 100%. Try to surmise what destroyed the lab ceiling. You study the edges of the breach carefully, reflect for a few minutes, and conclude the hole in the lab ceiling was created by several powerful targeted explosions. After some more time, you note the characteristic marks of the debris in the walls. The ceiling was breached using melta-charges. Address your companions. What do you make of all this? The work is precise, though not the neatest. Whoever did this clearly knew that what they were looking for and where to strike. Just look at the edges of the breach, Shireen. They were definitely ripped apart by a targeted blast. This world belongs to House Winterscale, but I refuse to believe His Lordship Caligos would ever collaborate with Xenos. Dark red and brownish green would envelop his figure every time the subject of hunting the enemies of humanity was brought up. He despised them, hated them. Okay.
What lies beyond?
The guy over here. Piece of paper? What is this? Damaged data slate. The data slate is dented, screen displaying flickering colored stripes. The readable parts are twitchy and contain repetitions. Murrah's prior studies pursued the goal of breaking new ground and recreating and reviving the specimen in the event of its death. The above-mentioned experiment laid the groundwork for modernizing and accelerating the recreation of a living organism from a minuscule sample of bone or muscle tissue. Every variety of living organism has been observed to release a number of chemicals at the moment of death that enables the creation of an entirely identical clone with intact memories of its prior life up to and including the moment of death, most vividly detailed as to both physical sensations and emotional distress. As mentioned before, even a tiny modicum of bone or muscle tissue is sufficient for reviving or creating an organism in an adequate lab setup. Bear in mind that work on creating the new body must begin before the third stage of decomposition has set in. Horrifying.
They will see.
Oh, yes.
They all.
Okay. Oh, that's right. There was a athletics check, so I can't click all the way to the entrance. Okie dokie. A depressing spectacle. The only trial worth holding is one that ends in single
combat. In a circle of shield bearers with a fine verse ringing in the air.
I think it's...
Big man, words can't express what a shame it is that you're not in charge of the rules at the Palace of Justice.
I think it's funny that the dog and the guy who thinks he's a dog beat everyone else to the entrance. Oh, I gotta say, my disappointment is immeasurable that the first turn of the first fight after Adira got control of her powers, she one-shot KO'd herself. If there was any hope in using her in, like, a future run, it's like, because I was thinking if I played this game again and did, like, a heretic run, I figured she'd be on the team instead of Heinrichs, right? But if she can one-shot kill herself at any time... Head to cargo. What? Okay, I don't know when this happened. Maybe after we went to the, what's it called? Like, Kamarog? But everyone was unassigned from their posts. Okay. Alright, so I'm supposed to talk to Adira on the bridge. Muck, why in your intro you look more like Minimuck? Well, one, Minimuck is in the intro, so maybe it was him. And two, I aged. I started streaming when I was 82, now I'm like 85. Oh, right, don't know if we touched on this during your extended stay in Kamara. The Dark Eldar pay homunculi to cut pieces out of them so they can regrow them if they croak when out on raids. That's just a thing they do. It's like soul insurance. But it's not even their soul, right? It's like it's a new copy of them. Maybe they're just making more food for Slaanesh. I don't know. Alright, where is... There she is. Alright, let's see what she says.
Lord Captain?
Adira looks at you with a cold, impassive gaze, with no hint of a smile on her pale face. Adira, how are you? Not regretting your decision, are you?
Regretting it? What's to regret? I'm alive and I'm in control. Nothing else matters. Now I can do my duty and serve you better than ever before. You don't need to worry.
You seem dispirited. Suspiciously so.
This is just me, stripped of all the stuff that doesn't matter. I used to hide my fear behind stories, jokes, and sucking up to my superiors. Now my fear's gone, so I don't need to hide anything anymore. I won't give you any more reasons to call me a burden or a liability, Lord Captain. I am your tool. Use me as you will.
She bows and looks at you expectantly. Get off my ship. Alright.
Of course. Always at your...
So yeah, so she's got less emotions now, I guess. To be fair, I have no idea how souls work in this. It could well be possible the lore saying the soul can transfer to new bodies, or it could just be the new bodies each have a soul. Because, like, we just saw a whole bunch of Tervantiuses, for example. Did her brain get replaced with a robot? No, she's got a metal thing on her head, and it's called a SAH stifler, and it is suppressing her psychic stuff slightly to supposedly make her safe, so she stops doing bad feedback stuff, but she already did. And then it is supposed to also, like, strip her of emotions, sort of. So she's still here, she's still ready to go, fight the good fight, but less joking around and things like that. Let's see. The new copy of them that has their old souls and their old memories, yes, and that's only necessary if they actually lose their body. Otherwise, the homunculi just stick the corpse in the tank and feed it on the pain of others until everything grows back. So, you're saying, like, if they die, their soul hops to a new body if there's one, like, on standby? It sounds like? Okay. Alright. Let's see. Yes. Weird. Okay. Well, we got something to do here. What's going on here? Dargonus. Decree on diligence complete. Oh, we got some choices here. Let's see. Holy Prophet. The date for the payment of the tithe approaches. However, by making use of corrupt practices of the administratum, one could find a way to keep the psychers and the thrones. +4 profit factor. So this is cheating the Arbites? Praising the muses. The patrons of architects are creating amazing monumental works. What's this there? Good place to see efficiency. The Adeptus Administratum's vanity may be indulged throughout the construction of a floating palace filled with helpful serfs and exquisite pleasures. Mollified by the bribe, the scribes will be especially attentive to the rogue trader's wishes. Call to arms. It is time for the Dargonus nobility to forget their feuds and take up arms in defense of their native world. Familial power armor. Power armor. We are able to use power armor. Ooh. Militia Navy. The great freedom accorded by the Imperial Navy will allow the mustering of an impressive independent squadron not classified as pirates. Okay. Multiple things here looks really cool. I'm gonna get call to arms first. Get that power armor. The mustarding of pirates? Yes, it's after the ketchuping of pirates. Okay, what's next? Oh my god. That was like, the freaking jungle was like the whole stream. Okay, we gotta visit Dargonus for something. Oh, for date night with Cabela, and also, Abelard's family is all, like, nasty and stuff. Not nasty, they're, like, being accused of crimes. The officers on one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days had passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noises. What? Just... An enforcer squad sent to investigate reported that the denizens of the lower levels had regressed to animals and succumbed to depravity. The connection with the squad was shortly lost. The High Missionary of the Adeptus Ministorum became flushed with fury and condemned these as designs of the archenemy. The hotbed of heresy was cleansed with fire and prayer. So everyone on the lower decks just started having like an orgy, and they were like, get the flamethrowers. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. It got damaged though. Dude, they orgied so hard they damaged my ship. Fix the ship. Muck, you can only choose one of those projects? I don't think that's true, because it did not say if you choose this, it's going to lock out others. And usually it does say that, if that's the case. The Vox Master's puzzled voice distracts you from your duties. My apologies, Lord Captain. I have just been delivered an urgent report. Cargo Bay 73G has some unusual cargo, if you can call it that. The crew considered disposing of it, but did not dare do so without your direct order. The cargo itself is weaponry, intricate blades made of bones and living flesh. Those weapons... They keep repeating your name, Lord Captain, and claim in their moans that you saved them from Kimura. Next to them, the crew found a strange horned mask of Xenos origin. The Harlequin do this? What are your orders, your lordship? Was there a Xenos in flashy clothing speaking in rhymes by any chance? Vigdis falls quiet for a moment, either processing what she just heard or making inquiries through other Vox channels. Eventually, the Vox comes to life again. No, your lordship, and I doubt that such a conspicuous character could have slipped by unnoticed. I'll inform you if the crew reports seeing anyone like that. That damn Xenos deceived me. Throw this cargo out of an airlock. I will see to it, your lordship. I dare not disturb you any longer. The homunculi like turning people into stuff that's alive. Yeah, I remember the board game. We found a board game that had someone's soul in it, and every time you moved a piece, it would cause them, like, torture. I do recall that. There was commotion on lower decks. The chief mutant hunter, who is responsible for eliminating heresy in the hold of the void ship, went mad. Oh, wait, we've read this one before. Alright, I'm gonna skip that just for time. Sounds alright, yeah. Darkness. I think we got 2 tasks here. Call to arms complete. 9 people, 3 security. Oh, so do I have the power armor? See, I can still do the others. Mr. Matty Man. See? I no longer have enough weapons, but I can do them. Let's see. Patronage of architects and other artists will allow the creation of amazing and monumental works marked with the Rogue Trader's likeness. 5 profit factor. Do it. Riot. A riot has broken out in the colony. The cult of the Final Dawn has sunk its poisonous roots into the planet and has now grown strong enough to make itself known. Enter battle. Is this like a space battle, or am I landing on foot to stop a massive riot all by myself? Just drop in like Doom Guy. Let's mucking go! Siliel says around 8k Zephyrite boxes, just a winter infusion. F off, never gambling again. I encourage people to not gamble as often as possible. Alright, I'm kind of impressed. These little dudes on the planet's surface managed to build up enough resources that they got spaceships? Kind of impressed. Oh wow, you're squishy.
Sail upon the speed of void.
2 down. Wait, where's my launch little ship things? Those are my favorite. Where are they? What the hell? So the Heartless can now deploy interceptors, which is awesome. I'm wondering where my interceptors are. Wait. Oh, here we go. Okay, maybe I just couldn't do it on turn 1 for some reason, which I thought I could in the past. Alright, I don't need to check the gear. It's there. It was just weird turn 1. We took 1 point of damage. Repair the scratch. Alright. To the palace. Have to bring Abelard. I don't know that there's going to be any fights here. I can't remember. I vaguely remember there's a lot of talking here, like Abelard's family is accused of a crime and you got to go around and talk to a bunch of people and sort it out. I can't remember if there's any fights involved. So, if there is, bring in Heinrichs. Love having a buff bot. 37 level ups on him. The thing is, Abelard is meant to be like your ideal tank, right? But since I made myself a tank, he was on the bench, and I haven't needed to use him. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand aside. No need to crowd around. Governor Drivestem will take care of everything. This is ridiculous. Such a thing happening right in the Rogue Trader's palace. You are confronted by the sight of dead bodies at the entrance to the palace. What? The corpses have been hauled into a pile. Some are dressed in the uniforms of palace wardens, while others are arrayed in the clothing typical of Dargonis nobility. Upon seeing you, the young enforcer stands at attention and swallows noisily. His voice trembles as he says, "Your lordship, we are honored by your presence." Medicae, examine the assailants. Success. The bodies of the assailants are studded with many augmetics, but upon closer inspection you realize that they are not merely implants. Their construction makes it clear that the deceased were not humans, but in fact rare high-functioning servitors. As far as I know, House Gaprak has received such servitors from the Crimson Priesthood as gifts in the past, though this is my first time seeing one myself. Point to the dead bodies. What is this mess? You see, your lordship, those people wanted to attack. The warden clears his throat. Second Lieutenant of the Palace Guard, Elam, Wyatt reporting. Shortly before you arrived, we averted an assassination attempt on the Rogue Trader. The palace soldiers detected intruders and engaged them in combat. Where is the Court Chancellor, Clementia Wersarion? I think she is with the rest of House Wersarion. Detained in the throne room, that is. Governor Drivestem has gathered all of Dargonis' nobility there to pronounce a guilty verdict against House Wersarion. Why is the governor not here to greet the Rogue Trader? I do not know, your lordship. Perhaps he is... The guard throws a fearful gaze at Abelard. You could probably find him in the throne room where the governor intends to put House Wersarion on trial. I must take my leave. Okay. When we started talking about the tech priest, I was kind of wishing I had Pascal there, but... Alright. Let's see, what do we got? Cannot put points in athletics right now. Corrals is his other really high skill. Choose an exemplar talent. Oh gosh. Okay, this is one of the good ones. Bonus to all resistance tests equal to 25. Scales with deflection. Okay, this guy's got a really high deflection. You know what? Sure. Boom. There, we'll get that. Alright. Her. Logic? Alright, where is Know-It-All? Huh, I thought that would scale better for her. That's fine, though. Alright, him. Let's see. Tech user, Demolition, coercion, carouse. His carouse really high. Athletics. Athletics, I guess. What did I get for him already? He's already gotten flesh wounds. He's already gotten know-it-all. Whenever the character kills the first enemy in a round, the character immediately makes an additional attack against the closest enemy they can target with the same weapon if possible. Using whichever attack costs the least AP, this will do 30% of base damage with plus 10% bonus for every difficulty tier of the first killed enemy. That would be some free shots. Any damage the character deals increased by 1 for every attack they have made this combat. You know what? I'm gonna get that. Carouse is high. Demolition is really high. Medicae. She's got the highest Medicae and Demolition. Does she have flesh wounds? Know-it-all. Get her extermination also. Abelard is level 7. Oh my god. Let's do Heinrichs. All under 40% wounds Imperial World characters gain plus 10 to resolve to all characteristics and plus 2 to resolve. Sure. Pick another. What does this scale with? Skills with ballistic skill. Range psyker attack scaling with ballistic skill. Okay. Unnatural luck. Carouse. Okay, what do we got here? He's already got flesh wounds. He's already got flag bearer. He doesn't give out extra turns. Know-it-all for 3% to everything. Whenever an enemy fails a resistance test against the character, they suffer 12 damage. On success, the damage is doubled. What does this scale with? Willpower bonus. This guy does hit resistance tests a lot. We could do that. Oh, man. I kind of wish there was like an auto level up button for... I don't know if I really need to worry about leveling him up. Oh, that reminds me, though. I just got that power armor, didn't I?
Imperium's ignorance. My genius blossoms.
Yeah.
Oh, how they feel.
Oh my god, look at that.
Their narrow vision.
Yo, my guy looking good. Look at that. Okay, dude, that's got 80% damage, or 80% armor. 60% damage reduction. What a unit. I love it.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Alright. So, we're right here at the door. Next time, we're going to step through that door, find out what's going on, go on a date night with Cabela, and maybe save Worsarian's family if he's good. We'll see. Alright, chat. With that, I am out of time for now. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Few plugs on the way out. If you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I'm going to be back tonight starting something new. Putting a pause on Diplomacy is not an option. Great game. I already beat it once. I don't know if I'm going to finish the second playthrough because it is putting me through the ringer, but putting that on pause, and I think we're probably going to be starting The Pedestrian tonight, which is a 4 to 5 hour game, so I think we can knock it out in one session. So if you want to join me for something new, we'll be starting that in about 5 hours. As always, please hit the follow button on Twitch, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Here's links to both the YouTube channels if you're not already subbed to those, and a special shout out to the patrons. Couldn't do this without their help. There's a link to that in the chat if you want to be a supporter. You guys have a great rest of your day. I am going to find someone on the Twitch side of things to raid, just to support another channel. Let me see who is live right now. It looks like Ari is live. I'm gonna raid Ari. She does a whole variety of games. I honestly have no idea what she's doing right now, but she's good people, so I will support her. I'll see you guys over there, and I will be back later this evening. See ya!
God, this is hard. Because you don't